about it. It's COVID juice. And that's because he did this skit where he had a spray bottle and was basically pretending to be on a train and spreading his COVID juice everywhere, on the London Underground or whatever. And that's where we got it from. So there you go. That's why I say COVID juice for COVID.
I want to apologise to the live stream. For some reason, OBS changed all the sound settings and I didn't realise. No, I fixed it, so don't worry about it. Okay, let's move on.
Oh, God.
There you go. Yeah, I don't even use that anymore, OBS. It's terrible. I just use Streamlabs OBS, which is way better.
Streamlabs OBS is the same fucking thing.
No, it doesn't. It's a lot easier. It's better.
It's the same software, though. It's just...
It is, but they've got...
Maybe you can have this argument later. Nobody cares.
They've got better user windows and stuff, so it's just better. It's just better, all right? Just telling you, it's better.
All right, anyway, anybody else have another story?
Story.
Story time's over, isn't it?
What you been playing?
I'll take that as a no.
What you been playing?
Story sucks.
What you been playing?
Story is Japan.
I'm a potato.
Yes, you are a potato.
All right, who wants to go first this week since we're not doing this thing?
I don't know. I don't know.
All right, I'll
Finally,
go first.
we had some sort of wheel.
Well, we don't, so screw it. I'll go first.
Go on, do it.
Hi. Hello, man.
Hi.
Right, so I've been playing some Red Dead Online, but there's nothing to say about that. So.
Apart from that, it's fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Best game ever. Is that it?
As soon as we got done last week.
Yeah.
Steam sends me an email saying, "Hey, you know how you wanted the Destiny 2 DLC? Well, guess what's on sale?"
Oh,
I was
God.
like, "Oh my God!" I know that's not music from Destiny 2, but whatever. And,
of course it is. It's fine.
It's the most conflicted relationship I've ever had with a game because I hate it. I hate the fact that I bought it and then they vaulted all the, content that I bought. But it's such a good game. Like the mechanics of it, you know what I mean? Like if Halo were less floaty and the guns were better. It's Bungie. They know what they're doing,
They know what they're doing.
I just wish that they would have. Here's what they should have done. They should have taken. If they were going to introduce all this new content, they should have just released Destiny 3.
Well,
new content in the modular format as Destiny 3.
Well, you say that.
What?
They're not going to do
It's a
it
bad
though.
idea.
Because Destiny 2 is still a cash cow, so why would they bother releasing a new game when they don't need to?
Well, I mean, it would make me less angry.
Yeah, but what they do now, like they care. But what they do now is it's all about these seasons. Everything's a season.
You gotta have the seasons.
Season
I know, but what I'm saying is though, when you start new stuff, you have to get rid of the old stuff. You could keep selling the old stuff.
Yeah, they don't care about that.
Well,
I think as
obviously they
well.
don't.
It's the upkeep of the servers as well, isn't it? Because they'll have all these things on separate servers, so they don't want the old servers still up and running because they haven't.
It's funny what you're saying, Duke, because Hitman 3, which has just been released and to critical acclaim. By the way, Stu, you might have to step in and tell Kay to shut that fucking music up before I come around and knock her out.
So loud. Honestly.
Yeah, so Hitman 3.
Apparently, we don't talk anymore, is what I can gather from this.
What?
She's listening to Charlie Puth. We don't talk anymore.
Oh, okay. We can't make out the music. That.
No, that's what she's listening to.
Nah, and I don't even know what that song is. It's awful. So anyway, right. Yeah, the Hitman 3 just came out, Duke. And I know you don't care about Hitman 3, but what's clever about Hitman 3 is Hitman 1 and 2 are very similar games, and they've made Hitman 1 and 2 available in Hitman 3. So you can access the missions from Hitman 1 and 2 in 3.
So what you're saying is the thing I want in Destiny doesn't exist in Destiny and can't because, servers and they don't care.
And money as
but
well.
It does
money.
exist in Hitman.
Yes.
Right. But it's the thing is that even from a money perspective, I feel like, look, I agree with you about the servers, Stu, but I just feel like how is there not a way for them to keep making money off of that? People keep buying Halo over and over again. Maybe they're going to sell the Destiny 1 Season 1 and 2 content in the future. Anyway, the point is, I got Destiny 2 Forsaken and Destiny 2... What's the other DLC that I got? Well, I don't know. I got the other one. Not Beyond Light. That's the big one. I'm going to get that later. But It's funny because I got it, and then I was talking to Real Kahuna from the Seal podcast, and he goes, well, you probably can't play the single-player content. I'm like, no, I'm playing it right now. Don't tell me I can't play it. I'm playing it. So, well, the story of Forsaken is you're going to it does that thing where it starts off in the middle of this exciting moment and then it tells you like 3 hours earlier or whatever.
Yeah.
So you have this companion at the start of it called Cade 6, and he's actually kind of funny. There's a part in it where I put in the notes, I think I said the part where it starts, actually. I think I set it to start at a certain time. I don't know if you still have access to that, Chinny, but he basically, he's behind this control panel, and he goes, what am I supposed to do now? And the person who's guiding you through it all says, hit the red button. And he goes, they're all red. And the person goes, hit all of them. And he's like, okay. And he does this thing where he's just like smashing every button on this huge control panel. And it's very funny. He looks very goofy in this moment. So I thought that was very funny. And he has some other lines that are cute. But there are some pretty long cutscenes, which is kind of weird because, for those who don't know, Destiny 2 is this open world kind of MMO-ish type of game. But for it to have the single player with these cutscenes is very interesting. Yeah, there you go. There's the moment when he's like, I just got to figure out what to do. And like, push the red button. He's like, they're all red. And then what he does here is like, he just kind of flails his arm around, pushing all the buttons. I thought that was very amusing. Anyway, yeah, there's these big long cutscenes. And at one point, spoiler alert for Forsaken, which came out like 10 years ago.
Did it?
Yeah,
It's not
nobody
10
cares,
years.
dude. No one cares.
It's not 10 years old.
There's a cutscene where, no, it's like 3 years.
It's not, but it's old.
3
There's this
years
part
old.
where, your companion dies, and it's like, wait a minute, do we respawn as Guardians or not? Because I don't understand why this is a huge deal. I would have thought he could just respawn the way that I always respawn when I die. But whatever. They're trying to have it both ways, which is silly, but nevertheless. The worlds that they create are awesome. Every time I go into a new area, it's real. I've said this before. They do such a good job with the environments. It's Bungie. They know what they're doing. These weird looking doors and alien technologies and, the areas are broken apart. So you have to jump across these big chasms. You keep feeling like you're going to die. And sometimes you do. So I'm really loving the single player content.
Good.
The complaint is that there's not enough of it. And they're trying to get me to do PvE stuff with other
Yeah,
people,
but that's all they want people
strikes.
to do. That's what it's all about, though, isn't it?
Yeah, but I hate that.
I know you do, but then it's the wrong game for you.
Duke,
then, isn't it?
I suggest play a different game.
God.
Yeah,
No.
Duke. Why are you playing this game when you
30%
don't like it?
30% of this game is awesome. I love the 30% of it that's single player. I will play all of that 30%. I don't like the fact that there's all this other stuff with the strikes and things, and I know that they're trying to get me to do that. I'm here to tell you my opinion, and my opinion is that stuff is annoying as hell because they keep thrusting you into things like they put me into Battleground Behemoth. Okay, what the hell is it? I don't know. And it's so user unfriendly. That's the other thing, is that they are counting on their player base being devoted to the point where they just know. They're reading all the promo stuff. They're aware of everything. So when you get thrust into Battleground Behemoth, you're like, all right, here we go, Battleground Behemoth. And meanwhile, I'm like, what the hell is this? Okay, I've got some artifact that's a hammer. I need to put gold into the hammer, I guess, for some reason. It's not a big deal, but it's just, I can't tell what are the things I need to do and what are the things I can totally ignore. But again, that's part of the plan, I'm sure. So whatever.
Part of the plan. We have a plan, Arthur.
The people who play Destiny 2, like again,
That is funny.
they must play the same strikes over and over and over again.
Yeah.
Which is baffling to me because and fair enough. Like, okay, I'm the type of person who plays Red Dead Online and I'm doing the same bounties over and over again.
Yes, you are.
So whatever. We've all got our things that bring us back. But I don't know. I don't want to work with other people. That's the other thing. On these strikes, you've got a strike team of 3. And the people who I'm playing with, they've done these things a billion trillion times. So they're way far ahead of me. I'm looking around like, oh, cool. Oh, wait, where's my teammates? Oh, they're way up. And then it says, returning to allies, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then your screen goes black and they just zoop.
They're just pushing you along. That's all they're doing.
Yeah. You should keep up. I can't keep up. They know exactly where they're going. I'm jumping down the wrong shaft pipe or whatever. And there's this part with these trains on one of the strikes. And it's like, watch out for the trains. And as soon as you hear that, it's like barreling on top of you and you can't get out of the way. It's too late at that point. So I'm just like, dying over and over again.
Gavlar in the chat suggests you should play Halo, maybe.
Yeah, maybe, but I've tried Halo, and it just things about it just bug me. I feel like this game does the gameplay better than Halo did. And maybe now that I'm in love with Destiny 2, I should try Halo. Maybe you're right. But in the meantime, I just paid money for Destiny 2 DLC, so I'm going to be playing that. Thank you for the suggestion.
Yeah, it's just a
the
suggestion.
other thing is, you know, some of these strikes, like, it's again not very user friendly. It's like you're supposed to go up. So, you know, they have this thing where you hit the tab button and you'll pull out your ghost and it will show you this is where you're supposed to go. And it's way above me. And I'm like, how am I supposed to get up there? I have no idea what I'm supposed to be doing right now. And the only thing I can imagine is that the people that I'm playing with hopped on some elevator and it took them up quickly. And now I'm not there. So I don't know how to get up there. And at other times, there's this area that was like really dark. And the whole world is dark. And you're fighting this monster who keeps shifting the nature of reality, and the ground will like.
As you do. As you do.
As you do.
Yeah,
as
as
you
you
Sounds
do,
about right.
Right. But so then it's like I can't tell where what part is land and what part is just really dark, like space.
Yeah.
So I'm like trying to figure out where to land, and then occasionally I miss and I fall to my death, and I'm just, this is.
Well,
fun.
now you got to get a
I don't know what I'm
HDR
doing.
TV and stuff now.
Well, what I need to do is stop playing with other people because that's only happening on these strikes.
Yeah. Do you know what? Stop playing the MMO. Might be a good idea.
That's true, but as I say, the gameplay element in this is so much fun. I like playing the gameplay element, and you're right that I should not play the co-op parts. And normally I wouldn't. I did all of Guild Wars 2 without doing much co-op stuff. But here's the thing. I started to understand by doing the single player stuff how some of the other bits of the game work with the bounties and the quests and the triumphs and all that crap. So I was like, oh, that's how that works. Okay, I'll try to clear off one of these quests that I have on my to-do journal list. So that's why I was doing strikes. I'm almost done with the strikes, and I want to get done with them so I can go back to the single player stuff. But as I say, the single player stuff is good. It's it is a lot like Halo, and I probably should just be playing Halo. But in the meantime, I'm not. I'm playing Destiny 2, and I am enjoying it. Although it sounds like I'm not enjoying it, I really am.
I must admit, I did play a lot of the original Destiny. You know, the first one, I played quite a lot of that.
Yeah.
Destiny 2, I don't know. I played the demo, and I was like, and that was it. I don't know. I just don't feel these types of games anymore. I'm just like, I don't get it. I don't get this sort of obsession with, like you said, with the strikes and all this stuff, and run towards the.
We like different
random
things, Stu.
encounter. We do. It's true. It's true.
As
And
you'll
a lot of
find
people who
out.
play them are they're looking
you
for loot.
find out.
You know, they like the loot. They like getting to the max power and then they can go in the PvPs and pwn each other, and that's fine. More power to you. I'm not interested in that, and it kind of bugs me when the single player stuff, the PvE stuff, and the PvP all kind of bleeds over. You know what I mean? Like it's like on Red Dead Online, Chinny. If you were to do PvP stuff, you would find people using the explosive ammo and just slaughtering you. You would have no hope if you didn't have explosive ammo of your own. And it's like, let the PvP be separate than the PvE, please. That's what I like.
Yep.
Fair enough.
I
Anyway,
agree.
That's my take on Destiny 2 so far. It is a lot of fun. I can put on some space jams and just jam out and be like, yeah, shooting bad guys. It's fun.
Okay.
Nice.
Chinny, what have you been up to then? Let's see what you've been doing.
So, remember we had a feature from last week.
Yeah.
Yeah, Duke, I don't know if you've worked on the theme, which I told you to do.
Yeah, it's ready to go. Here we
No,
go.
I didn't
Sorry.
actually. I didn't tell you to do it. I was just.
Well, no, you did sing something, I think, but I
Yeah,
didn't
you
make it.
did. I remember you doing something.
Yeah, but I didn't
something
expect
like that.
Duke to make a theme. I was just.
Well, it's
Well,
also
I
been a
did.
busy
Where
thing.
is it?
No, I was.
Here it is. Boom, chicka, boom, chicka,
No.
boom, new feature.
It's
There you go.
It's this. It's
You could do the play my game, bitch.
I
mean,
can't.
that-
No.
that kind of works.
No. I can't actually remember what I did last
Nobody
week.
wants to
So
hear that.
tell Chinny to play something. He might like it. He might not. There you go. That's it, right?
There you go. There you go.
No. So, and you remember the game that you hit or shit? That's what.
Hit or shit. There you
Yeah,
go. That's
is it a
new
hit?
name for this feature.
No, that's
I
what we
like
called it
Is
last
a hit?
week.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
Is it a hit or is it shit?
Or is it shit?
Celeste, I suggested you play. 'Cause
You
it's free
did.
on Game Pass.
Yes, and I played. There are 8 chapters of Celeste. Oh, well, it turns out if you type in Celeste in YouTube, the singer Celeste comes up, and not the game. Yes, so there's 8 chapters, and I'm up to chapter 4.
Oh, so you're a fair way in. God, I don't think I got that far.
So you haven't finished this?
No, I mean, actually, it's too bloody hard. I got to a point where I
Oh,
couldn't do it
God.
anymore, man. It's so rock. That game is rock.
What?
It's funny because most people who don't finish a game don't talk about it as much as you do.
Oh, it's good though, but it's so
What?
hard.
Best game ever. Did you finish it?
It
No.
is.
You're telling me
I've
that
got a
I
long
put
way.
more hours into this fucking
I
game
know,
than
just
you?
a minute. Let me just check. Hold up a minute. I might put more in than I think. Hold up. You keep talking and I'm going to look.
Anyway, right, for people that don't know, Celeste is a 2D puzzle platformer. It is very much in the vein of...
Oh, I've played 11 hours. So
Right,
I've played
okay.
quite a lot of
So
it.
no. So it's
No,
very
not
much in the
finished.
vein of Super Meat Boy. So it's one of these rock hard platformers that you are supposed to constantly die. You play a young lady called Madeline. You can rename the lady, but she's by default called Madeline. And the only sort of gimmick is that she can climb every wall. She can wall bounce, but she also has a kind of a burst jump that she can only do once, which resets when you hit the ground or pick up some sort of gem to reset said power. And you are climbing a mountain. The mountain is Mountain Celeste, and it turns out that Madeline has her own sort of personal issues going on while she's climbing the mountain, and that's the gist of that. And it's a very, very good game. It's very well made. The music is very, very nice, but I don't think I like it.
Okay. So is this
So the
due to the
question then is, are you gonna
difficulty,
finish
or
it?
what is it? What don't you like?
I think what I don't like is very personal. I think I'm done with these hard games. I'm not enjoying it.
No.
It's because you suck, man. You're not as good as someone who finishes it.
Correct.
No, your ego needs to prove me
No.
wrong or something.
No, it doesn't say. It doesn't work on British people, Dick. It doesn't work.
No, we don't care. We really don't care.
It's there's something about it that I was playing it and I was getting annoyed, and I was getting arsey and ratty, and I was getting and I was analysing how I felt while I was playing it.
Okay.
I am, since my revelation from playing Assassin's Creed Wankathon or whatever it was called. Odyssey, that's the one.
Assassin's Creed Wankathon.
Wankathon.
Perfect.
Assassin's Creed Greece with John Travolta. No, that one, I've started to recognise that, look, if I'm not enjoying a game, then I should recognise that. And yeah, I don't enjoy playing this game. I find it annoying. I get just like the way I'm sitting in my chair. I'm just like, oh god, I'm just
tense. Are you tense?
just tense, and I'm just like, oh god. And I don't mind a bit of that. Obviously, when I'm doing like a shootout in Red Dead or something like that, there's a bit of that going on. I get that, but it's constant. Do you know what I mean? It's constant.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
it never lets. I mean, once you get a bit into the game, it never lets up.
so yeah. Did you get to this level that's on the screen here? This is the Haunted Mansion.
I did. Yeah. I was quite a way past it. It's a hotel. I got past the hotel.
The hotel. So did you get to the cloudy bit? The wind.
did.
The wind level you got there.
Yeah.
So you are past me then.
Oh, possibly.
Because I passed. It's called the Golden Ridge, Chapter 4. That's where there's lots of wind getting in the way.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
The next one is Mirror Temple, which is on the screen.
Yeah, I
now.
don't think I got up to that. No, I
So
didn't get to that.
yeah, this is. I haven't got to this either. So this is where I am now. So I've done the wind level, and I'm at this bit now. I don't know. I just don't. I don't know if I like
You've
it.
played. I'll be honest though. You've played a lot of it. Considering you don't like it, I'm impressed.
Because you suggested it.
I know, I get that.
I only
I'm
played it for
impressed.
like 2 hours.
I know, but you've given it a good go. I'm impressed.
I give it a good go.
It took me 11 hours to get to that point.
Right. Okay. Well, that's a bit of perspective for you.
Yeah.
I play
This
it.
game
Yeah,
is
I
hard.
probably play it for about 2.5 hours, which has made me
it's
feel a lot better
clever.
because it took you 11 hours to get.
Yeah,
where I
exactly.
got into it.
The negative bits are very clever. You know the bit where you sort of everything turns around and there's that. Then you've got a version of yourself chasing you. I hated that bit. Oh,
Yeah, I
God.
took it. Yeah, so at the end of the first stage, there is a clone of you, which is slightly delayed.
And it copies everything you do. That's what's happening.
Yeah, it's
But
just
you don't
following
realize
you.
It basically, once you realize that, it becomes a lot easier.
Yeah, I didn't know for ages that like I
Yeah.
thought that she was just chasing me, and I was like, oh,
And
actually,
she's not.
she's just
She's
following
just doing
me.
your moves. She's
Yeah.
just doing what you do. But
Yeah, that was
afterwards.
clever. That was clever.
But you don't realize for ages, and then when it clicks, you're like,
Well, I don't know about that, Stu. It took me about 2 minutes, but
"Oh, shut up!"
but you know, yeah, I like it. I like the game. I like the music is.
It's precise as well. It is very sharp.
Yeah,
You only die because you make mistakes.
yeah.
That's the
I
only
just
reason
don't
you
know
die.
if I'm going to continue playing it. I'm just
Okay, no, that's fair enough. I'm impressed that you've played so much of it. To be honest,
yeah. I'm just a bit like I think I'm done with it. Maybe
Yeah.
I'll give it another go at some point, but I was just. I was just
Part of
getting
it
annoyed.
is-
I was just getting
yeah,
annoyed.
part of it is almost like a bit of a puzzle game though, because it's trying to work out how you get through
Oh, yeah.
each bit of a level. It's like, oh yeah, I need to do that, then I need to do this, then I need to do that.
I remember when Super Meat Boy came out, and I was really, really up for playing Super Meat Boy.
Yeah.
I was really that was like, this is my type of game. I love that. I love N plus. You know, these rock hard platformers. I love the challenge of them.
That's why I thought you'd like this. That's why
Yeah,
I'm a bit
and
shocked.
and I played Super Meat Boy recently, about a year ago, and I never finished it. Never bothered about finishing it. Couldn't be bothered to finish it. For the same reason, I just don't think I'm into it anymore. I don't, you know. But but then again, there is something in me that wants to try Dark Souls, you know. So I've got some weird thing going on. Maybe it's the 2D aspect of it. Maybe I'm done with that. Maybe it's the whole sort of it's all retro. Maybe I'm done with that. I don't know. I'm not sure, but I think just this constant like grind of something that's really difficult to me isn't fun anymore. Whereas maybe I suppose I don't really need the bragging rights of it. You know what I mean? Like I've done it. You know. That doesn't really ring any bells with me. It doesn't hold true with me. I don't care anymore. And maybe in my 20s I cared. You know, I'm gonna beat this game and I'm gonna talk about it and look at me. I'm so good at games. Whereas now I'm just like, well, whatever. Even though I did get where you were in 2.5 hours, whatever. I don't want to brag about it.
Whatever.
Yeah. So I just find it tough. I just find it sort of look. This is not where I want to spend my time.
Yeah, tough to like.
It's just tough to like. Yeah, it's just too. It's bloody hard, and I'm just like, all right. Well, I get it. I get it. It's hard.
It bloody is hard. It's bloody
I feel
hard.
like I feel like it's a different. It's a young man's game. You know what I mean, or a young woman's game. It's not for me.
So them lightning reflexes.
Yeah, the thing is, I probably feel like I could do it. I could probably finish the game if I really put myself to it, but I'm not enjoying it, you know. And I've finished many games that I haven't enjoyed. You know, I've done it a lot.
But new Chinny is not into that anymore.
But you know, the 20s Chinny in the 20 teens, but 2020s this decade, I ain't about that no more.
About that.
So I thank you for the recommendation,
Okay.
Stu. I might continue it. I might play a little bit more, but there is nothing really drawing me to it at the moment. So I'm afraid it's. I think if you was asking 25-year-old Mike, you would get a hit, but 35-year-old Mike would say it's a shit.
Fair enough. That is fair enough. Duke,
you've got to give me a game to play. I've got to play it for an hour.
It should be a game that's free or cheap. Why don't you give me a second? I'll look at your inventory or the stuff that's free on
Game Pass.
Game Pass.
Yeah.
Game Pass is good. Game Pass is good.
If it's cheap, I'll get it.
Okay. I'll find something.
Okay, you carry on. I'll
Yeah.
talk about what I've been playing while you're looking up something for Chini. Yeah, I've played more of the medium this week, but it's been
Ooh.
difficult.
Ooh.
It's been difficult. Not the game, but obviously it's on Game Pass, so I have to play it actually sat at the PC, which is here in the conservatory. And as you know, it's been fucking cold this week.
Have you
So
not got
it-
it like a little heater?
No, not really. And it's bloody freezing in here when it's minus something outside.
And why
so
don't
I'm
you
just
have a
like,
little heater?
Because I don't know, I just don't.
Because you're
It's
tight.
a conservatory.
Because you're
It's,
tight.
You know, I'd rather sit
Heaven
in the
forbid you
living room.
be warm in the conservatory.
but
You've
I'd
only
rather be warm
podcasted
the
in
living
there.
room.
You've only podcasted in there for the last.
I know, but that's only a couple of hours, you know, and it's done. I'm liking it though, but it's difficult, like I say, because it's just not been it's not been the weather for it. So yeah, I've got quite a lot further in now, so I'm well through the hotel level, which is
Yeah.
right at the beginning.
Uh-huh.
It's all right. You know what? I had reservations when I started playing it. I was like, oh, I don't know. A lot of heavy rain vibes. The controls are a bit wonky.
Why do you think they made the choice of having a fixed camera angle? Do you think?
I think it's like I said. I think I said this last time when I talked about it, but I think it's purely to make it more cinematic because they can totally control.
Do you
the
think it
camera.
would be? I think it's not that. I think it's like
Okay.
I think it's a nod. It's a remember what things used to be like. I think it's because we don't get games like that now.
Maybe not. I don't know.
Because I don't think it makes it more cinematic. I think it makes it. I think it's
You see,
more
the
of a.
previous games were first person where you had full control, so they've not. This is the first time they've done a game in this kind of style, you know?
Yeah, well, I think they've gone. Hey, remember Silent Hill? Here we go.
Maybe I don't know. There might be some article out there that explains why it is this way.
Maybe there is.
But it does look good. You know, the environments look great, but then like we discussed last time, the animations and character models and stuff are all a bit ropey.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a bit weird. It's a little bit of a game of two halves, really. And again, the voice acting's pretty good and the dialogue's pretty good. Yeah, so that's all pretty good. So the only real, like, from an aesthetic point of view, is just the character animations, really, and the bumping into stuff without, you know, trying to navigate isn't great.
But you're enjoying it.
Yeah, I am. I like the story. I like it, and it's pretty good. But there's a section that was quite frustrating. There's a section where you're being chased
Okay.
by this monster thing, and it's that problem of bumping into scenery while you're being chased, and obviously the camera angle keeps changing, so you have to go in from pushing the analog stick up to pushing it down, from pushing it left to pushing it right. Do you know what I mean? Every time the camera angle changes, you've got to change which direction the analog stick is. So it's just awkward. It's just awkward, you know, a little bit. Could be better. Could be better. But yeah, besides that, I am enjoying it. It's fun. The puzzles are fairly simplistic. You know, it's all about manipulating something in one side of the world to affect the other side of the world.
Yeah.
Tends to be the formula. But yeah, they've been pretty good so far. So yeah, I'm enjoying it. There is a little bit of that sort of unlocking areas when you get a new tool. So, you know, like for instance,
A bit of Zelda effect.
Slight spoiler. But there's areas you can't go into, and then you pick up a cutthroat razor that looks like it's got teeth, and then you can slice open these things.
Sure.
I don't even know what you call them. Like a membrane, I guess.
Right.
When you sliced open the membrane, you can then get into a new area. So,
Well, yeah.
Of course you can. Why wouldn't you?
Why not?
But not a lot else to say about it other than that, because I haven't played a ton of it just because it's goddamn cold in here, which hasn't been ideal, should we say. But yeah, so far so good. I think it's a lot better than some of the reviews were saying. But then the reviews have been so polarized. We've got people saying it's game of the year and people going it's just shit.
Right.
So it's definitely a game that divides opinion, shall we say.
But you like it?
I like it. Yeah, maybe you should play this next week, Chinny.
Fuck that. I know I downloaded it, and I don't think it's going to run on my PC, so whatever.
Yeah, maybe. When you say, is it not? Oh, it's not on Game Pass, is it? I keep forgetting.
It's on the PC.
Yeah, but it's Series X, isn't it? It's not on
Yeah.
Xbox One.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. And that's it for me, I guess. So we either do you, Chinny, again, or Duke. Who shall we go
Well, I think it
to?
makes sense to go back to me since Chinny already had a turn.
All right, then, Duke.
Let's
go back to you.
rotate. First of all,
Okay.
Chinny, the game you're going to play for next week is Stealth Inc. 2, a game of clones. This was recently added to Game Pass, and it's by a developer I really like called Carbon. They did a series of games called Stealth Bastard, and this is a 2D game that's kind of brutal, probably. The first one that I played was, but it's also fun and goofy and silly, and yeah, hopefully you'll like
Stealth
it.
Inc. 2.
Yes, a game of clones.
Okay.
Get it? It's a play on Game of Thrones. It sounds
I see.
hi.
There
also,
you go.
I have a question for the chat. I don't understand. So I was looking at Halo. Not that I'm going to get it right now because the Steam sale is over tomorrow. But I'm not getting any new games because I got another game today, and I don't need to be buying more games right now. But here's the thing: there is this Master Chief Collection on Steam, right?
Yes.
It's got all the DLC. The different games are available as DLC. Why? If you buy the collection, it comes with all the games.
Yes.
So why are they offered as DLC as well? That doesn't make sense to me.
But I don't know. Maybe people own the individual games and just want the DLC. I don't know.
Huh?
I don't know. I don't know. Is
If
the
anybody
answer.
if anybody out there knows why Steam does it that way, let me know. Because I would love to not have to buy all the different games. I'd like to just buy Halo 4 on Steam, but I guess you can't do that. You have to buy the collection.
Oh, you don't buy Halo 4.
Well, whatever.
Ugh.
Anyway, the point is, what is the point? What am I talking about next? Oh yeah, I played the Fuser demo.
Oh yeah.
All right,
Because
yeah.
Stu played this, and I was like, oh, I like my rhythm games. I like harmonics. They know what they're doing.
You
I'll
like
play
music?
this. I do like music. I like dance music, in fact.
You don't necessarily
Um,
like the artists on this so far.
Well, no, I don't have a problem with the art. They got Rage Against the Machine and some other
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah, they do.
But,
They do.
and so I thought I'd give the gameplay a try.
Oof.
It's not totally a piece of shit. I shouldn't say that. But on the other hand, it wasn't fun. Like, it was all about like play some hip hop, play some 90s, play this song, play that. Shut up! I want to play what I want to play.
I just want to play
This,
what
this
I
is
wanna
what I've
play.
heard
Fuck
about.
you.
This is what I've heard about this
Fuck you.
game is that if you play the game, it's crap. But if you just do whatever you want, it's better.
Yeah, if you can use it as a music simulator, and that's what made DJ Hero so good. That's what made Rock Band so good. Is that you were playing a song, and it's like, okay, I don't like this song by whatever the Oak Ridge Boys, but I'll play it to see how it is. And there are songs that I love playing on Rock Band, which I still play to this day, that I don't really like the songs. I just like playing them. The experience of playing them is great.
Yeah.
But I know it's going to be a 3-minute experience.
Mhm.
So, Fuser, first of all, I don't like the DJ worship that goes on in the opening cutscene because and I know, again, I'm a weirdo. I'm not like other gamers. I accept that. So, they're appealing to this ego trip that people.
No,
are
I
supposed to be
totally
going on.
agree with you, Duke. It's a bit weird. It's like, look, you can be
so
David
weird.
Guetta.
Yeah, who the hell wants to be David? I mean, I guess some people do. I shouldn't say who wants to be because a lot of
Well, people go and see him.
Yeah, right. But that's the thing is that I'm here for the music. Like I've always shown up for the music, not for the ego trips. But whatever, that's a minor thing. There are some dumb
I
jokes
thought
and
that-
weak dialogue.
I thought the character models for the DJs was weak. It's just like it was about
I didn't mind
4.
that. I didn't have a problem with that.
Mm.
I did have a problem with the dumb jokes and the weak dialogue. Again,
Yeah.
I was like, I'm here to mix beats. Like, what are you doing these dumb? Why is there even a cutscene? Like, shut up. You said there's a way to preview the music you're about to drop, and I didn't figure out how to do that.
Preview how? When you say what do you mean by preview?
Like, okay, I've got the 4 discs playing, right? So it's
Yeah.
doing the loops already.
Yeah, yeah.
When I'm preparing to drop something from the top part of the screen,
Yes.
I would like to know what I'm about to play. Like, what's it going to sound like when I put it in the mix?
Well, you've got that. If you know the songs, you've got a good
But I
idea
don't know
what
the
it's.
songs, do I?
Well, that's not my
point.
fault.
Well, it's the game's fault. The game
There's
shouldn't
no
assume
queue
you know-
option.
You're right, but when you are DJing, Stu, correct me if I'm wrong.
Yes.
You can hear what you're about to put into the mix.
I can't if I don't always do that, but if I
Okay,
know
well,
what
most DJs
song.
have a,
But yeah,
most
I queue it up. You have a queue.
Right,
You put
most
your
DJs
headphones on.
queue
You
things
can.
up. They have a
Yeah.
fader.
He's not asking for a lot, Stu.
I know.
So the point is that I wish there was some way to sample, to preview what you're about to put into the mix, but whatever. And like I said, I don't like the pressure of what to play. The demo is very short. And
It is.
when I got done, I was just like, I don't really.
I would have
I didn't
liked,
have a good.
and there's no reason this couldn't have happened in the demo, just to like have a bit of free play afterwards. Just mess around with what
exactly.
they've given you. I don't understand why
Right,
it's
and
something. That's it. You're done.
And they could have put it on a timer if they don't want people
Yeah,
just
buy the
playing
game.
the demo all the time, right? Like, put it on a timer. You get 10 minutes of free play or something. Like, that would have been great.
Yeah, and to be honest with you, it's not like they're giving you a lot. There's about 8 artists or something.
Yeah,
It's not like,
exactly, right.
and there's about 50 or something in the full game. So it's
And I
not
mean,
like they're
right,
giving you a
correct
lot of
me,
stuff.
I mean, yeah, and I get it. Like, they want to just give you a taste, and hopefully you'll be so hooked that you'll go get it. But that wasn't my experience. My experience was, I was really not
They
having
gave you a
fun.
taste of the
And
wrong thing.
Yeah,
guess
and then
so.
you can play the demo again, but it just does the whole same thing. I was like, oh, maybe
Well, of
I'll.
course.
Yeah, it's shit.
Yeah, I was not impressed. I had hoped I would like it more than I did, and I uninstalled it straight away, and I'm never gonna look back.
How much
Yeah,
is
I
the
might
actual
buy
game?
it.
How much
It's
is
a
it?
lot of money. It's like 54 quid.
Oh,
Fuck
yeah, it's
that
not
for
AAA.
spiders.
It's very expensive.
Absolutely. Well,
Jeez.
I'll be
Harmonix is
honest.
used to-
Go on. I was going to say, I
Harmonix is
probably.
used-
Duke,
seem to be
go.
having
Just
technical
talk,
difficulties. May
talk.
It
Talk.
seems like Harmonix is used to, their rock band stuff sold great. And so they put stuff out and they were like, screw you, pay us a full AAA title for these Beatles songs. And people did. So I think that's still their mindset is like, this is so great. People are going to love it. They'll pay. No, people really won't. I expect this is not going to do well.
I think it's done all right. To be honest, it does do all right. I think there's 2 issues here. One is they, like you said, they're on the back of Rock Band and think it's going to be fine. But the other thing is, it's all the licensed music, so it's all those license fees they've got to pay out, which is a lot of money because they have got a lot of artists, and the full
Well, of
game
course.
does come with a lot of stuff.
And
So
you've
they're
got
giving
to
a
have
lot of stuff.
famous stuff. You need famous stuff in order to
Yeah.
get people interested.
Yeah.
But that's a double-edged sword because then it's going to be expensive.
Mm-hmm.
Totally. I mean, I would buy this game. Probably, I'd probably pay 20 quid for it. But
Yeah, maybe.
I don't think it's ever going to be 20 quid. Because I think the
Well-
problem is that the cost of the license, the licenses for all the music we've got on there is probably, it's not going to be viable to sell it at that price in a sale.
Right. And I think that a better model for the pricing model would be a base game that costs $10 or something, and then you buy, like we do with Rock Band, like it comes with some songs, but then you buy all the other stuff as DLC. And so, okay, look, Ministry's not going to they're not going to pay the same amount for a Ministry song, 'cause that's pretty niche compared to an Oasis song. You know what I mean? So, they could offer things to people, weirdos like me, with Ministry and Primus and the rest of it, and then everybody else can enjoy the more mainstream stuff.
No, I think that's fair, but I don't think it's ever going to be on sale very cheap. But I will buy it probably at some point. You know what I mean? But who knows when that might
Well, I
be.
have to say, this is for Matthew Alexander. Where is it? Oh man, hang on a second. I wasn't ready. Sorry. Yeah, Matthew Alexander, you're welcome.
Outlaw country! Woo!
There
In
you
the
go.
chat. Yeah, thank you.
There you go. But yeah, I don't know. It's like you said, it's all right, but it is a bit shit.
Yep, I did not have fun with it.
Yep.
It's a lot of money for a
It's a lot of money.
game like that.
Oh, and I forgot, by the way, real quick before I go, there's a voice in Destiny 2 that I forgot was in Destiny 2. So I'm going to put the voice into the chat, or into the...
Is that
Do you recognize that voice?
do it again?
Well, even could hear it.
He's Zavala in...
It's very quiet.
You have me too quiet. You need...
No,
well,
no,
I know
you
it's
are
very
too quiet. Yeah, you are too quiet.
Yeah, it was too quiet.
Well, okay, I'll change my user settings then. Hang on a second.
You're loud enough.
Okay, how's that? Am I a little better now?
Sound a
You're
little
fine.
better.
It's your sound clips that were quiet.
Well, this is the audio on YouTube, and it's up as high as it can go, so whatever.
Okay.
You can't talk when I'm playing it if you want to hear it.
God.
We are guardians. We need to keep our eyes here.
You both know who this is.
You got to play it again. It's so low.
All right, here comes a little more. You ready?
Yeah.
Did you say
We need to keep our eyes here.
No clue.
No, I haven't got a clue.
Well, we both talked about the show that you watched, and I know you watched it because we talked about the whole thing.
What, The Wire?
Yep.
I don't know who that is from. Who's that from The Wire?
How about this? I'll give you a line that he might have said. I don't think it's actually in the show, but it's something he might have said. You're on thin ice, McNulty.
Oh, it's the
Chain of command.
It's
detective.
the guy. It's the detective guy. The really thin.
I don't know what his name is.
The thin
Yeah,
bald
yeah.
guy. Yeah.
He's the captain. Yeah.
Yeah, the captain.
I can't remember his name either.
No, I
Anyway.
can't. I know who you mean, though. I know who you mean.
He's
Yeah,
been in
maybe
other video games
Ced-
as well.
Yeah, he has. Cedric Daniels is his name on The Wire.
Yep, Cedric. That's the
Yep.
one.
Daniels. Yep. Anyway, I heard it because he's been throughout Destiny 2. That's not his first appearance, but in this Forsaken DLC, I was like, wait a minute! Oh my God, it's Daniels!
Yep.
So I geeked out. Yep.
Good voice.
All right, enough of Duke plays quiet.
Yeah,
video
it plays
clips.
really low video.
That's a
clips.
new
Chinny,
Sorry
new
about that.
feature.
Chinny, what else have you been
I've
playing?
been playing that old
Red Dead Online.
The old.
Red Dead Online.
Yeah, we know.
Oh,
what you've been
I am
playing.
addicted to
Yeehaw!
it.
It's fun.
Oh my god.
Today's dailies were kind of cool. It was eat candy, and it was go to a shop in Valentine. I had a good time.
I'm addicted to it. I cannot stop playing this thing. I have to. I do different roles now. So,
You've spent that gold on something.
spend that gold on some. So I started off doing the naturalist role. The naturalist role is where you sedate animals, take samples, and sell them to this weird lady that likes to collect them. And I do this other role called the collector, where you just.
I'm the collector.
I am the collector. Where I do. You might have come across this, Duke, where if you loot enemies, sometimes you come across like these items, like
Oh
cards
yeah,
and
tarot cards and
So I did that
cigarette
one
packs
because
and
I was starting
stuff.
to just sort of like get them anyway, and I was like, well, I might as
Oh,
well, do that role so I can sell these items.
You might
'Cause-
get something for them. Yeah, exactly.
yeah, because I can't sell them.
Right. They're just taking up space.
Yeah, so I just love it. I just absolutely love this game, and I cannot stop playing it. It's just great. And then the other role is, what's the other role that I do? I've just done the trader role.
Is this you playing, by the way?
This is me playing right now. Yeah.
Oh my God! So some
Damn,
woman
you
asked you to
shot
take
that
a
dude?
photo, and you just shot her in
Take
the back.
a photo of this.
No, well, you know why I
Yeah,
shot her in the
what
back was because she
No.
was going to rob my thing.
Oh, is that one of the people who's like?
Yeah.
They lure you in and then
Yeah,
they
what she
freak
does,
you
she
out?
says, "Hey, can I take a photograph next to your horse?" I'm just got killed by a wolf. Can I take a photograph next to your horse? Because I've got a bad horse. My horse is crap. She gets next to your horse. You take a photograph, and she then steals your horse. You have to change her on a donkey, basically. So I've come across her
So
before.
sorry, when you're fighting that wolf, are you not using the Deadeye?
No, I'm trying to sedate the wolf because I want a sample from the wolf. I always try and because the wolves are they're hard to come by. So I got to when they attack you, it's tricky though. The problem is you get attacked by 3 wolves. I was getting this problem with bears as
Yeah.
well. So I was in this sort of forest area with bears. You sedate them, you knock them out, right? I knocked out about 3 bears. By the time I've took samples from the 3rd bear, the first bear wakes up and goes, "What the fuck was that about?" And then starts to attack me again. So that was a
screw
nightmare.
that.
Yeah. So it is like the worst role, the naturalist role, but whatever. I've got a decent ranking on it now.
But there's some cool outfits.
There's some cool outfits, yeah. And I think I just like if you start buying all the roles of everything,
Yeah.
you have so much to do all the time. It's ridiculous.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so I've ranked up the collector role quite a lot now. So I've got like a metal detector and stuff, and there's just like items everywhere. I'm using the metal. You can see the metal detector now, and and you can rack up quite a lot of money. And by doing more roles, you get more XP for doing the roles, which gets you overall XP, which just ranks you up.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just gives you this game just gives you so much to do. It's ridiculous.
It really does. And the nicest thing about that too is that when you have dailies, if you don't want to do the bounty hunter dailies, because it might be in some part of the map, you're like, I don't want to go all the way over there or whatever. You have something else in the trader or in the naturalist or whatever. You can just get your daily out of the way if you're going for that streak.
Yeah,
That's one of the things I like about
I
it.
bought the season pass, but with the gold, so with the in-game currency. So I haven't paid money for it or anything. But what the
How
season
much is that for gold?
that's it was 40 gold, but you get 5 gold off because there was an offer on. Yeah, so I bought that, but if you buy it and unlock enough of it, it gives you about 30 gold back anyway, or 40 gold back anyway. If you
every level or so.
Yeah, so every level you get 3 gold. So it's if you're putting hours into it, it pays for itself. Very similar thing happens when you buy Call of Duty Battle Pass. Same thing.
Rocket League.
Yeah, like if you put the hours in, it will actually pay for itself. But I suppose what they bank on is people not doing that. Yeah, which is fine. But no, I'm enjoying it. I haven't paid any extra money for the online or anything like that. I'm just merely sort of grinding away, doing all the collectibles. And this is what I'm doing here. Is just I'm just collecting shit basically. There's this really very very well made map online that some coder has made, which is the collectible items are randomly rotated throughout the days. So they rotate all the time, but like they're on 3 different cycles, and this guy has worked them all out and made this interactive map. And he tells you exactly where they are, but some of the items are always going to be random. Like he tells you where you can get them, but what you pick up is random. So it's like it's a bit of a gamble with some of them, and some of them it isn't. So I don't know. It's really good. And then the next one is the Moonshiner roll. So I haven't done the Moonshiner roll yet, but you get what the hell's that on the tree? You get something on the tree. I don't know what it is. It's carved on the tree. What is that? It's
I'm
just
assuming
You were playing this.
notice that in game.
I don't know. It's just a weird.
It looks like a face.
It's just a face, like a yeti on a
So
tree.
weird. Yeah.
Sasquatch.
Huh.
Yeah.
So maybe that's like a note to like, hey, there are Sasquatch in this.
Yeah, I don't know. That's just Red Dead all over the place. I mean, everywhere you go, there's just like
Random
there's
details.
just random details.
I
That,
love the fact that you examined it and had a right good look at it, and you can't remember doing it.
well, I'm doing this now.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I thought this was just recording of you playing it. I didn't
No.
realise you were
Yeah, that's what I thought.
This
too.
is
I was
this
like,
is.
you know
Give me
it,
something
dude.
to do, Stuart. I'll prove it. I'll
Oh,
prove it.
Yeah,
Well,
I don't know you. I
Kill a
don't know.
bird.
Yeah, kill a bird.
kill a bird. There's no birds. I can't see any birds.
Well,
Okay.
not right now. Go somewhere where.
Oh, there's a bird.
Oh my God! Use
kill
the
it.
Jedi.
Kill it. Yeah, I got it. Yeah, so it's a ridiculous game. I can't stop playing it. It's fantastic. I love
Yeah,
it.
well done.
Yeah.
I'm addicted to it. I log in every
It is
day.
fantastic.
I do my dailies. I'm like, okay, what's my dailies? I text Marsh. I say, oh, there's a daily here where we've got to ride a boat as a posse together. And he's like,
See,
yeah.
screw that, man. That's not fair. You get more gold because you have friends. Not
Yeah.
totally unjust.
Yeah, but some of the dailies, like for today, for example, there's somewhere like, oh, you got to play the free roam events and you got to get kills with
Yeah.
bows, and I'm like, I ain't
As
doing
soon
that.
as I see that it's like that, I'm like, screw that. What's next? Eat candy.
Yeah.
I can do that.
Yeah, eat candy. Yeah, so there's I've done most of the dailies today. There's one that I haven't done, which I don't know how to do. So yeah, I've got as much goal as I can today, and it's just addictive. I just enjoy doing it. I just love it, and this is stopping me from playing anything else. I know it's ridiculous, but I can't get my eyes off it. There's something about it, and Marsh is the same. Neil's the same from the Seal podcast. Like, we're all just absolutely infatuated with Red Dead Online, and it's just had this weird resurgence in the last 6 months where everybody's just constantly playing it. And I think it was the bounty hunter sort of things that probably brought everybody back, and then the offering it for five quid on the PC.
Oh, sure.
You
You know, it's
know.
funny, too. Like, the bounty hunters, I've been saving gold in order to get that legendary bounty hunter
Yeah, that's
license
15
to
gold,
unlock
isn't it?
the
Yeah.
other stuff. Yeah,
Yeah,
I've
yeah.
got it. But for some reason, I haven't done it. I think I'm just like, I want to be ready to commit. And right now, I'm knee-deep in Destiny 2, so I'm like, I'll get to that. Don't worry. In the meantime, I just keep racking up more gold.
Yeah, you know, they don't get old, and you know, when they do get old, now that I've got a few different roles going on, To be honest, by the time I do all my dailies and do a few bounties, that's like an hour or two done. And I'm like,
sure.
Jesus
I played
Christ.
my Red Dead for the day. I'm not trying to spend another hour. That's the thing. Right, exactly. I come in, I do dailies, I get the gold, I eat the candy, and then I'm like, I could do the bounty hunter stuff. You know what? I'd rather play something else now.
Yeah. For me, it's just like, all right, that's probably my day of gaming done. I'm all right now. Yeah, it's ridiculous. So I absolutely love it. I can't stop playing it. I'm addicted to it. I might see a
Yay.
doctor about it. Yeah. Oh.
It's a lot of fun.
Do you know what fascinates me though is all
How
those,
you ride over the deer.
I know, yeah. What is it like? All those years ago, when they did, someone made that mod for San Andreas where you could play online, and everyone had roles, and kind of Rockstar have done that for real now.
Well, yeah,
With
but that
pretty
still
much every
happens.
game.
But no, it's not to that extent though, because that still
No,
happens.
it isn't like you can't be a road sweeper or whatever.
But that happens on GTA. There is RP servers on GTA 5 now.
Chinny, would you feed your horse an apple or something? His cores are so low.
Fuck my horse.
And
It's
you need
so...
to eat some meat too. You need to refill your cores.
No, my horse is dumb. I hate my horse. He's so
No, you
stupid.
fill your own cores. Give yourself some meat. Eat some meat.
Well, my character's dumb as well. Doesn't deserve.
Yeah, he
them.
doesn't know he's meant to eat. What is it with you?
Doesn't deserve 'em.
Oh,
I'm always underweight. Oh, look at
Honestly.
these beavers. I don't really have a beaver sample. Yeah, it's just I can't stop playing it. Can't stop thinking about it. Can't stop playing it.
Yay.
Been listening to the soundtrack. I'm just engulfed in.
listening to the soundtrack. You're so
Dude, you should listen to my playlist. It's a good playlist.
Yeah.
You got
Yeah, you should
Spotify,
listen.
Chinny?
Yes.
Oh, I'll send you the playlist.
Yeah, listen to Duke's playlist.
Yeah.
Oh well, I guess if it's what you like, then there's nothing wrong
What
with
do you
that.
like?
If it's what you like,
You sound. You know what you sound like, Stu? You sound like a disappointed dad. That's when.
Well,
You know what? If you're into
if it's
anime
what you
and all that, if it's what you like, it's what you like. As long as it
if
doesn't
you want
hurt
to do
anyone.
drugs,
If you're into smoking, crack out your ass.
yeah, it's fine.
That
If
seems like a
it's what
difficult
you
way to smoke
like.
crack.
Well, you
haven't
haven't
tried
I send it to you on Twitch. You're welcome.
You've obviously never
Discord,
tried
whatever
it,
we're using.
Chinny.
Yeah,
Duke
don't
even.
knock smoking crack out your ass.
Yeah, it's
until you
fine.
try
You've never given it a go. You can't knock it until you've tried
Yeah.
it. Smoke
Yeah,
crack
don't
out
you
your ass
shame
and
us
then
for
see what you
smoking
think.
crack out of our
Smoking
ass.
crack out your
Exactly.
ass.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Valheim or Valheim.
Oh
I guess
yeah,
it's
here we
called.
go.
Yeah, it's a new game on Steam. Everyone's going mental. It's the
Yeah, it is.
300,000 concurrent players. It's sold over 1 million already.
And Stu
early
was saying-
access.
Stu sent a thing saying, "Hey, Chinny,
Yeah.
Duke, why don't we play this?" And I was like,
Yeah.
"I don't know. It says it's all brutal. Do I really want to? I mean, it's a crafting game. I like those. So you
Yeah.
had me at crafting game, but I don't really know." And then today I was just on Discord. I played something on DI, and I was like, looking around. I'm like, "Ooh, SEAL crew is on. Hey, SEAL team, what are you playing? Valheim? Okay, fine, I'll get it.
So have you played it?
Yeah, I played it for like an
Oh,
hour
okay.
with them.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah,
It's,
this morning. Go on. I was
ahead,
going to
go
say
ahead. No,
this
yeah.
morning I made a character, so I did that.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of choice. You give me a
Nope.
man or a woman, have
Yeah.
hair, beard.
There are hairstyles. You can change the color, but it's
You
not
can, you
very
can.
much.
There's not
It's
a lot.
clearly it's not Skyrim. It's not meant to. You're not meant to spend
No.
an hour, modifying your character because they all look basically the same.
So I did all that stuff, started the game, and then you get like flown with an eagle or something.
Yeah,
It's
it's a
flying, yeah.
weird tutorial.
Yeah, it's going. Here we go. So this eagle flew me to wherever because I've been taken out of Valheim because I don't know to fight some gods or something.
Who
Sure.
knows?
Who knows?
Yeah.
And then he drops you in the middle of this sacrificial circle, and then literally the instant you get dropped, you get attacked by stuff.
See, I didn't get attacked by anything when I.
I
got there.
did. I was like, oh my
Uh-huh.
god, there's this thing attacking me. So I'm trying to, it's like, right, trigger to punch. So I'm punching this thing and killed it. And then I lost nearly all my health. So I was like, oh, okay. And then there's like a river. So I was like, I'm assuming these are all randomly generated worlds or stuff. I don't know.
See, I don't know that they are, but anyway, go on.
Anyway, so there's this river right next to this sacrificial ring thing. So I'm like, oh, I guess I've got to swim across the river because there's like a little structure there which I guess I can utilize. So started swimming and then I drowned and died.
Oh, jeez.
Nice.
So I was like, oh god. So it's like you've respawned all your stuff's in the river. Like, oh, okay then. And then I got attacked again, but I managed to do a bit better that time because I knew what I was doing. So I killed whatever it was that was attacking me, and then I found a narrow bit of river, which was probably what I should have done in the first place, and then didn't lose as much stamina swimming across. So I got across the river, and then I was wet, and then it's going, you're cold because you're wet, and you're drying out, and he's got like a timer for drying.
Yeah.
So I eventually dried out, and then I'm like, right. And then he says, you need to collect like stones and wood to craft an axe or whatever.
Yeah.
So I was like, fine, I can do that. So
it's for those who don't know, like it is your basic survival game, all of which Stu is explaining in great detail. But the difference is that there are bosses and there's like a big world to explore.
Oh yeah. So but it's like you need to have good weapons and armor and stuff before you can do that shit. And you've got to sacrifice certain stuff to unlock the bosses.
Yeah.
So you've got to find stuff to sacrifice. Anyway, so I found stones, and I got 2 bits of wood. And then 2 wild boars killed me.
Yeah.
I was like, fucking hell, I got killed by them.
Stu's dying a lot.
Ugh. So that happened, right? So I was like, right, that's okay. So I carried on looking for wood. Then some underling or something killed me. So I got killed again. And I'm like, fuck this game, I'm done. Fucking killed.
Really? You're not going to play it anymore?
Yeah, no, I'll play it again. But then I was done with it for the time being.
Oh, I got you. That's interesting because, I mean, okay, fair enough.
Killed.
Like, I was playing with Kahuna and Fraser, and they had a little, they had a server set up, and I guess maybe they had cleared it away more, but I didn't really get attacked by much of anything. I did get attacked a little bit. There was a boar, and there was one of the dwarflings or whatever they're called. But I was able to beat them pretty easily. Like, I made a club early on, and that's useful for killing monsters.
I had bare fists, man. I had no clubs and shit.
Well,
I
why
couldn't
didn't
even
you
get
make a
enough.
club?
Because I didn't have enough wood. Because I was looking for wood when I got killed.
Okay, fair enough.
Ugh.
It'd be tough out there.
It's like, you need more wood. And I was like, fucking, I've just walked on the whole riverbank looking for wood. Under the trees. And then an underling attacked me under the flipping trees while I was trying to find wood.
Why is this person jumping in his own fire?
I don't know. He likes being on fire, obviously.
So this is the first time I've heard about this game and seen it. And is this a phenomenon? Is this like taking?
Oh yes,
everybody's setting their shit on fire for this? Is there? Or what?
It's the third. It's the third most played game on Steam at the moment.
Right.
So the game is a phenomenon. I don't know about people setting their own stuff on fire.
No, I don't know whether that's the thing. And the other thing I had issues with is like the eagle, hawk, raven thing, whatever the hell that is.
Yeah.
Like trying to just talk to it. You go up to it, it doesn't activate. You go up to it, it doesn't activate.
Well, you have to point. It's the thing. Well, here's the thing. You have to be looking right at it and then hit the button, which is a little annoying. Yeah.
And then it disappeared. I'm like, and then when it reappeared, it worked. I don't know. So I just punch it now if it doesn't work.
It is. I've had a couple of bugs here and there. Lining up walls so that they match up is a little tricky sometimes. It's a big. Very intricate game. Like there's a lot of stuff to get, and there's a lot of things you can do with those things, and you got it's the crafting game, so it's you know how it works with Survival Deep, Chinny. You get this, you get that, you build this, you build that. You have a tech tree, etc., etc. Yeah, and this is Viking brutal world. You're gonna die a lot. I actually haven't died yet, so I'm very lucky. But that's also because I got brought in with this team. Here's stuff.
That knows what they're doing.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that was nice. So and that's also a really nice way to play it. If you were to just get Minecraft and start playing it, you'd probably be pretty lost. So it behooves every game like this to have read a guide or find some people who are.
Yeah, I feel like I need to play with other people. That's the key.
Yeah, it obviously is more fun
at the moment, and it looks all right. You know what was weird though? When the default settings, it defaulted to something like some weird resolution of 1366 by 760.
Yeah, I think mine did too. Yeah, that was the first.
And it was windowed.
Yeah.
And it was just weird. I'm like, it's all pixelated.
You're telling me this jank-looking piece of shit game is jank? Is that what you're telling me?
It is a bit. It is early access. It is early access.
You don't play it for the graphics, Chinny.
Well, I would have said that about Rust. You know,
this is like early Rust. That's
it's a jank. It looks like a jank piece of shit. I'm not saying it's bad. It just looks like a jank piece of shit.
The graphics are. But here's the thing, Chinny. What you don't realize is that when you knock down a tree, it falls over.
Not only that.
Not only that, it's a big, huge log, which you then have to break into smaller logs.
Not only that.
Not only that.
But if you're in the wrong place and the tree falls on you, it kills you. So you can get killed by chopping a tree down.
even after it falls down, you can break it into smaller logs. Those logs can crash into you. I was on top of a hill. I didn't realize that it was top of a hill. I knocked the tree down. It came to rest at the top of the hill. I broke the two pieces of the log apart, and one of them started rolling over me. I'm like, ah! I jumped over it. I was like, oh, thank
Awesome.
goodness.
That is awesome.
So it's, I mean, you know, those little things, they're not really important. For those who don't know, well, at one point I mentioned something about, in this game, the trees actually fall over. And everyone keeps talking about how amazing I must be about, oh, the trees fall down. But it is those little things that make it, you know, kind of rewarding. Like, yeah, so whatever.
Yeah. No, I mean,
It's cool.
people,
I'm having fun with
people
it.
are loving this. They're loving this game, aren't they?
Really?
People are absolutely loving it.
I don't know if I'm done
so
with
yeah.
this, Connor. Maybe if I don't know, if I played it with the seal lock.
It's not expensive either. It's what, 15 quid or something.
50
It's not-
million, fucking hell, what the fuck?
It's not an expensive game.
Well, not to you, perhaps.
Bloody
well, I
hell,
mean,
didn't know it fucking
Compared to
meant money,
54
fucking-
quid for Fuser, this is positively
Well,
cheap.
yes, it's much cheaper than Fuser, no doubt about it. But you know, Chinny, I mean, is the thing. You're not so into crafting games, right? Like you did get into Stranded Deep, and so it's
and you did
possible
like
that you might get
Rust.
into this the way
You
you
did
got
like-
into.
you
this.
did
love
You did
Rust.
like Rust.
I like
that's true.
Rust. I
So
like
you like that.
Minecraft. But I don't know. Yeah, it just.
And it's got boss fights and an actual point to this. There's actually a
That's
story.
Yeah, I don't know.
there's
Sometimes
something-
so I can't explain it.
goals.
Sometimes there's with games there is just a draw that I have immediately to them. Like Phasmophobia was probably one where I heard it and I was like, yes, and I don't know what it
Yeah.
was, and I was just like, I just want to play that. I'm not getting that with this, but at the same time,
You don't want to be a Viking? Come on.
no, I just feel like I've done it. You know, I feel like this kind of game, but I don't know enough about it to be honest. I really am just. This is my first time I've seen it, heard of it, and know anything about it. So I'm happy to try it. You know, Fraser could easily sway me. He has that power over me. I don't know why.
You know he loves these games, does
Yeah.
Fraser, doesn't he?
If he just goes, come on, Chinny, and then I'll be
You'll be
whooped.
in. You'll
I'll
be
be in.
Well, that's why I joined it.
Maybe because I'm in love with Fraser secretly, and I'll just do anything he
You
says.
are totally in love with Fraser. Who wouldn't be?
Who wouldn't
Who
be?
wouldn't
He's a charming man. So
He's a sexy man.
yeah, I maybe I would get drawn in, but I don't know. At the moment, I don't have any burning desire to play it. I will, if I listen to more podcasts, because I'm not very up to date on podcasts, but Red Dead is changing that actually, because I'm actually listening to podcasts while playing Red Dead, because since this whole working from home shit, I don't really listen to podcasts anymore, so I'm not up to date on anything. But I was like, oh, Red Dead Online, it's so easy. I know like what things sound like. I don't need the soundtrack. I can just listen to podcasts while collecting stuff.
Right.
Yeah,
Tell
so
you what,
I've started to catch up.
Agile, isn't it?
Huh?
That deer on screen, it can get anywhere. I mean, it's jumping up mountains.
Yeah, I actually tried to chase a deer at one point with my club, and it didn't go well. You need a bow and arrow to deal with.
Yeah.
And the
Yeah, well,
thing, you
the
see,
guy on screen is
there's
not-
these little
not funny.
streamers. It's the wind, but I thought it was someone shooting something at me. I'm like, oh god, that's someone shooting arrows at me. No, it's just the wind. Weird little visual.
Yeah, it was fine.
Yeah.
But
Cool.
no, it's fine. It's fine. I will. Hopefully in the week I'll get to play with other people. If Fraser's also playing that, I can hopefully join him for a bit.
Yeah, I'm sure he would.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, they soon move on. Them guys at the Seal podcast. They're on to the next thing.
Oh yeah, it's like, oh, it's all Valorant, Chinny.
Yeah.
Valorant for life.
Valorant.
We're never going to stop playing Valorant. And then
Red Dead Online, Valorant.
I speak to like the real
Valheim.
Kahuna, and he's like, I hate Valorant, and like, oh.
Well, it's only they've decided they're only going to play games that start with VAL. So as long as
Exactly.
it's a game, it's VAL. Yeah.
Yeah, Vigilante
Looking for
8.
value for money.
Vigilante 8 is
Right.
is
There
coming
you
up.
go.
Yeah,
Yeah,
cool.
There you go.
Valiant Hearts.
So that's it for Valheim. So
Yeah,
Dookie, it's back
sure.
over to you. Oh,
It's
you've
back
just
over
talked
to
about
me.
Valheim.
Yeah, I did. Chinny, got anything else?
No, nothing from me.
Well, then I will talk about another game that I played called The Dawn.
Oh, okay.
It's The Dawn. This is a Japanese game.
Okay.
It is very Japanesey. And all the reviews on Steam were, first of all, it's a free game, so they're right there. And all the reviews made it sound kind of like that bright, clear, I don't remember what it's called, but you remember that game I gave as one of my games of the year that was like real short, but they're working on a longer version of the game?
Oh, yeah,
And
yeah,
it's,
yeah.
Yeah. Well, the reviews on Steam made it sound like this was like that. It's like the abilities are amazing and the graphics are so cool and blah, blah, blah. And it's not. It's a good effort. Like it looks like it was made by one or two people, and I respect their efforts. Part of the problem that I had with this game was that the graphics there's no way to adjust the graphic settings. So just as you were saying when you started Valheim, Stu, like when I started this game up, half the text was falling off the screen, and I couldn't tell what the people were saying, and some of the buttons were indicated down below, and I couldn't tell which buttons were what. So you got your abilities in the lower left corner, as you can see, and you can like dodge, and the gimmick is that you can basically stop time and, you know, rewind time for, you know, 5 seconds or something. And so, you know, you're running around, and there's this whole story with this cutscene about that AI was developed to help humans, and then it took over. You know, every science fiction dystopia that we get these days is all about the same thing.
It does not look anywhere near as good as Bright Memory. This. It looks,
it's not. Like
it doesn't look
gameplay isn't
anything
even-
close
like,
to Bright Memory.
I don't really mind graphics if the gameplay is good, but the gameplay's not good. I don't know why this person gave it a 7 out of 10. Be honest, because it's not. This is some random. This is like the only video I could find about it. By the way, if you do a search for Let's Play The Dawn, you'll get Dawn of Man. You'll get like all these different games that have Dawn in the title, but you won't find this. So
yeah, it looks. A bit
once you.
pants.
Well, that's the thing, is what you're in the training thing, right? So this looks pants because it's just the training. But once you get out into the city, fast forward.
Once you get into the city, Chinny.
The city is, every block looks the same in the city. And you're being shepherded this way and that. You try to go down an alley and it'll put up the little barrier and it's like, go the other way. So you end up going the other way, and it's all, you know, there's these waves of monsters that attack you. And they're, you know, like humanoid robots, and then there's flying robots. And that's it. And
This
you
looks
have to.
terrible.
Never mind about how it looks. Stop talking about how it looks. I don't care how it plays.
Oh, God, it looks
You go
shit.
ahead and
This
vomit
game
about the
looks
graphics and let me know when you're done.
No,
I'll
I
tell
just
you how
mean
it
just the
plays.
gameplay. It just looks terrible in general.
Why does the
Everything.
gameplay look terrible?
I don't
It's
know.
shooting
It just looks very old-fashioned.
Well, it's not. I mean, there's nothing necessarily wrong with how the gameplay looks, in my opinion. I just feel the problem I have with it is you have to land headshots. So you have to hit them in just one spot. And that's very frustrating when they have shields, because usually when an enemy has shields, you can shoot them in the leg or in the hand, get them to drop the shield maybe, and then you can take them down. Not this game, because you're supposed to be using your abilities. So they want you to like stop time or use your ultimate, and then you can. But as I say, it's just not very fun, and it's the sort of the same thing over and over again. So I would give a thumbs down on the Dawn. Cool concept, good first effort, but it's not worth your time really.
It doesn't look like it is. The only other thing I've played this week is a new game. I have played a brand new game.
New game.
Brand new. Out this week. Only came out this week. Little Nightmares 2.
Oh yeah.
Shinny, are you hearing Stu break up a lot?
No.
Oh, sorry. Go on.
That's just you. It's just you.
There's me.
Stu.
I guess so.
Little Nightmares 2 came out this week. So I was like, right.
Yes, it did.
I'm on this. I like the first game. I played the demo. I like that. And I like this game. It's good. It is good. It's very atmospheric.
Like the first game.
Like the first game.
Is it completely
Like-
single player, or is it because there's two of you now?
Yes. Yes. It's a bit misleading because I did think it was going to be co-op. You know, one could play as the original character, and then obviously you play as the new character, which I can't remember what he's called.
Dave.
But he has a box on his head.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. But it's good. It's really, really good. It's very fluid. Oh, I'm guessing this person's got, because you can get there's like a hats menu.
Right.
And I'm guessing that's why this character looks weird, because it's got a completely new hat on.
Well, that's
So-
great for the audio listeners. Keep it going.
I know. He's got a hat on that I didn't see the hat. I didn't even do this bit. I don't know where he's going.
Let's just keep going. Just keep commenting on
I'm
this video.
sorry,
Like no
I'm
one can
sorry. It's this bit's really cool. It's good. It's really, really good. The puzzles are pretty cool. They're very straightforward. They have gone like to town with the enemies. There's a teacher in this game, so there's a I'm in a level
you
at the
can kill the
moment.
teacher? Cool.
No, so I'm in a level at the moment that's set in a school, so it's in like a school.
Yeah.
But all the kids are like made of porcelain.
Yeah.
So
Oh, creepy.
you get a
Porcelain's
hammer.
creepy.
Yeah, when you hit them, they just
Yeah.
explode. So you're killing all these kids
Yeah.
with a hammer,
Yeah.
which is a bit weird in itself.
That's
But
fine.
then
That is weird.
then half of the head is missing because you just smashed it.
Cool.
It's pretty bad. I don't know. It's quite creepy. Anyway, the teacher woman, it's like the fucking thing out of the Thing. You know the film The Thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know when that like the monster in its neck grows and stuff.
Oh yeah.
It's pretty much that. So there's a section where you have to get this key, and like a wardrobe thing falls over, and then she comes in, and you've got to find somewhere to hide because she just elongates her neck and then just eats you.
Ooh.
So if you're just in the wrong place, she just eats you.
Dude, that's
Yeah.
what teachers are like, though.
I know. They
Oh,
just
something.
and then she just picks you up and eats you.
Nom.
Okay.
And then you have to sneak back through the classroom, and then if you get seen, she sets the kids on you, and they just kill you. Oh my god! And then there's another kid on a chain, like tied to a chain, and it's like some sort of rabid dog. And you've got to stay outside. You can see where the chalk marks are, so you know where this kid can draw to. So you've got to stay outside that radius, and you've got to grab this hammer or pipe or something and smash his head in really quick.
Brutal.
It's pretty brutal. This game
Yeah.
is brutal.
I like it.
But yeah, it's pretty good. I am pretty impressed so far.
I think Little Nightmares 1 is on Game Pass as well. I think.
That's worth playing. If you've never played it, it's pretty good.
We played a little bit of it at the EGX, remember?
We did, and the demo place, wasn't
The
it?
last one in Brum, I think it was.
Yeah, and there was some weird girl dressed as the character.
And like some weird
Who-
chef people.
Yeah,
as
who
well.
kept climbing on the scenery and stuff, didn't you? Remember?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all a bit weird.
Mm.
But it's good. It's very, very good. I'm pretty impressed so far.
I suppose the reason why I've never played this game is I kind of feel like I know what I'm getting, you know? Like, this doesn't seem like a game that's going to surprise me in any way, but I might be wrong.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it is. It's it's kind of Inside
Yeah.
and those types of games, Limbo. But it does its own thing, you know. It is a little bit like those games, but it has its own style at the same time, and it's probably more gruesome. It does have a lot of the same gameplay tropes, so it does have that sort of you don't know what's coming, then you die, and then it resets you, and then you know what to do the next time. So there is a little bit of that. It's not always obvious where the traps are.
Yeah.
So it sort of teaches you by killing you. That's how this game works. So you die, and then you
Kind of like
repeat and-
Celeste and those type of things.
Yeah, you learn by doing it wrong.
Hmm.
But it's good. It's good. Like I said, the art style looks stunning. You know, the depth. You know, they use a lot of depth of field. You
Yeah.
know, with the camera work and stuff, where everything's blurred out and what have you.
Mm-hmm.
And he does a really good job of that, making considering it's essentially kind of almost a 2D game,
Yeah.
but on a 3D plane, they do a really good job of like creating depth and stuff.
Yeah. Making you feel small in a
In this massive, gigantic world.
yeah. Yeah.
And it's gross. I mean, there's flies on stuff. There's dead bodies everywhere. There's body parts. There's like bundles of bodies just hanging from ropes and things.
You had me at body parts.
Exactly. And the light, like you see here, the lighting through the window looks amazing.
Yeah. Pretty game.
They've done such. Yeah, it's very pretty, which is right up my alley. So yeah, really enjoying it so far. So yeah, it's good, very good. And I know it's not going to take a lot of my time because I believe an average playthrough is about 3 to 4 hours.
Okay.
So
That's not a bad
gonna
thing.
take long. No, and it's not mega expensive. It was like 20 quid.
And that's why they
So
can
it's
make
decent.
such a pretty game, I suppose. Like, they can really pour the time into making, each level look really, really nice. And that's why it looks so pretty, is because it's
And
short.
even just the way everything's animated, like the enemies' animations are just so creepy.
Yeah.
They almost looks like claymation.
Yeah, it does, yeah. Yeah.
But it isn't. It obviously isn't. But
Well, no,
it
it's a
looks
video
like
game,
it.
Stu.
Yeah, but they do use claymation in video games.
Yeah, back in the 90s.
Yeah, but it's really, really well done. It ramps. It's kind of like Silent Hill if it was a 2D platform.
Like The Medium. That ripped off Silent Hill.
Exactly. But yeah, it's very, very good. Very pretty. It's a thumbs up from me.
Uh-huh.
Thumbs up for this game. It's a hit.
It's a hit.
Not shit.
It's not shit.
It's a hit. So yeah, get it. It's good. Try 76, by the way. I said we've been bonding on poker recently. No, we haven't this week, but we will do next week.
No,
I'm
we
sure.
didn't this week, did we?
We didn't.
No, I think you were
but,
working for the midweek, and
I've been working most of the week. It is totally true. Yeah. So
We'll get on poker again this week.
we'll figure it out. We'll get back on. We're not giving up on the poker.
Nah,
We like playing poker, don't we, Chinny?
it's a good laugh. It's a good laugh.
And people can join us if you want to join us on the poker. You got a VR headset. Let's do this shit.
Anybody is welcome.
Everybody's welcome. Yeah,
Everybody is welcome.
I would love to have a night when we have a table of 6 people that we know everyone like personally or whatever.
You can have eight people on a table.
Oh yeah, you can. Sorry, it is 8, isn't it? Yeah. 8
But it would have to be
people.
on the table, not just at the table.
Shoot.
It'd be on top of
Shoot,
it.
get a VR headset.
Nope,
We need to
nope,
get it.
not happening.
Come on.
Never.
No, it's not going to
Yeah,
happen.
do it, Jude. Do it.
All
and
right.
that's
Anything
it.
else to talk about? We've been playing.
No, I don't think so. I think I'm done.
Okay. Well,
So-
in that case, we got news.
I have. I don't
I have
know,
a
I've
news
never-
story.
I'll have a look. I think I've got some.
Putting news first.
Now the question is, where did the Duchess send this to me? Did she send it on Facebook Messenger? Or did she send it to me on WhatsApp? Because if it's on Messenger, I can get to it on my PC here.
I've got 2.
But
I've
if
got
it's
a
on
few news
WhatsApp-
stories. I can
Go
do
ahead,
that while
you do
you're
one of
looking.
yours, and then by the time you're done, I'll
Um,
talk about mine.
They have cast the main roles in the Last of Us TV show.
Ugh.
Isn't it?
Fuck's sake.
Really?
Yeah, they
Who
have.
is it?
Yeah.
It's the Pena guy. It's the guy, the
Pedro
Mandalorian.
Pascal
Okay.
is playing Joel, and Bella Ramsey from Game of Thrones is playing Ellie, which I think is very good casting actually.
Who is she in Game of Thrones?
She plays Lady Mormont, so she plays the
Oh,
kid
okay.
who's in charge.
Yeah, that's
um,
interesting.
She was a great character as well, so I loved her. She was one of my favorite characters.
Mhm.
So yeah,
Cool.
she's going to be playing Ellie. So I think it's going to be good. I think it's pretty good casting.
I just don't
Yeah.
need. It's a TV show, isn't
Yeah.
it? It's a
Yeah,
TV.
TV
question.
show.
Yeah, I mean,
Well, the question is, why do we need it? What
Yeah.
story could they tell? Like, they're not just going to tell the story of the games again, are they?
Probably.
Well, yeah, probably. I mean, you got to.
Did The
Probably.
Witcher? Is that what they did with The Witcher?
Yeah, no. The Witcher was based
Well-
more on the books, so there was some stuff
Okay.
out of the games in there, but it was more in line with the book. I've read quite a lot of the Witcher books, so I recognise a lot of the stories within the Witcher TV show.
I'd be very suspicious if they just recycled the story from The Last of Us.
Well,
TV
what you
show.
got to do? You've got to hit those beats, though,
Yeah,
aren't you? Because
that's
the
what
only
people
reason
Oh, yeah.
Joel and Ellie are together is because he's escorting her because
Right,
she's
but you
the
could
cure.
you could tell there's story between the first and second games, right? You could tell a story in that.
There might be
Yeah.
different stuff going on, but I think the gist of the main outline of the story is going to be the story,
Maybe we'll see.
isn't it?
I think I don't have any idea what they will do, but I know what I want. I know what I hope for, and I know that is my buddy Neil involved in the production of this?
Yes.
Not a clue.
Yes, he is. Yeah.
Okay.
I assume
'cause
he
you know,
will.
he maybe he'll call me up and be like, "Yo, dude, check it. We really want you as a
Yo,
creative consultant.
dude."
You obviously are very inspiring to the whole team here, so we want you involved." No, but I mean, I trust that they will find ways to keep it kind of fresh.
Listen, Eric, we've
I
we've
hope.
put your article
Eric.
on the on the wall here, and we all just read it every day, and we were just
Yeah, we
wondering.
love
Ah,
your
it's ridiculous to read it
article.
every day. Jesus.
Yeah, we were
Every
just
day.
wondering if you could just glance your eyes over this script.
Yeah.
I mean,
We
I
need
don't want to
some
take your
more
time.
shit off you.
I don't wanna
We
take
need
your
more
time.
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. In addition, there's a Borderlands movie. So they're making
What?
a Borderlands
Kevin
movie.
Hart,
Okay.
Yeah. And
Um,
Jamie Lee Curtis has now signed up.
Jack Black is in it.
That's interesting.
Yeah, Jack Black's playing Claptrap.
Mhm.
Now, is this animated?
No, it's a proper movie.
It's
As
a
far as I'm
live-action
aware.
film?
Yeah, I think so.
Interesting.
Kate Blanchett's going to be in it. Oscar winner
Oh,
Kate
she's
Blanchett.
Well,
like
she's
Kate Blanchett. Well, what's wrong with Kate
Um,
Blanchett?
fuck
She's
Kate
going to be
Blanchett.
playing Lilith.
She-
by the
Hey,
way. She's
She
playing Lilith.
kicked puppies when she was young.
No, I don't think she did. I
No,
don't
that's
believe
not
it.
true. But she looks like the type of person that would.
There does seem to be this momentum of sort of games being made into
Hey,
movies or TV shows.
is
as
that
well.
the thing we can do? Let's put Kevin Hart in
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that too. But no, games. I mean, it makes sense. Like, games are a huge industry. A lot of people love these franchises, so let's make some money off of it. Sometimes it works,
Fine.
sometimes it doesn't. Usually it doesn't, but
Well, that's the case with any movie or adaptation, with
Yeah.
anything, any like movie to book
Right.
or whatever. Like
Right.
sometimes it hits and sometimes it
Yeah.
doesn't. And
sure.
whatever. So, but we've got now. It used to be the case where everything that was a video game that turned into a movie or a TV show, well, mainly movie, was awful. However, we have we have evidence now where it can be done. I mean, The Witcher, I don't think it was like, I never saw it,
It's
but
not great.
I know it's not
but-
great, but it was a good effort. You know what I mean? And it's probably going to get
I
us.
didn't hate it.
Yeah, it's going to be a second season of it. And
Oh no, that's already been filmed.
Yeah, yeah.
That got
So-
greenlit as soon as the first one.
So you know, there's things that exist that you know, I've never watched it, but the Sonic the Hedgehog movie was well, it made a fucking a shit ton of money, and from what I hear is, you know, a decent kids film. It hits exactly what it's supposed to hit. So we got evidence of like video game movies are not complete disasters anymore if you do them right. So I think The Witcher is a good example. This is probably The Witcher inspired, where they're going, look, they made a TV show out of it. They put a lot of budget on it. They cast a good actor, and look at what happened. And everybody loves Henry Cavill, so off we go.
And if there are video game movies that you don't like,
yourself.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yuri Boll will tell you, put you straight.
all right,
the
next
last-
news story. I got the next news story. Hang on.
Oh, go on.
You ready?
Yeah.
This is from Gizmodo. The Duchess sent it to me. Video game playing pigs stretch our concepts of animal intelligence.
Yeah.
I saw it. Yeah.
The 4 pigs came to win. If they played the game well, they got delicious dog food. They used to get M&Ms, but the humans decided those were too sugary. Time and again, when prompted by researchers to complete a video game task, guiding a cursor with a joystick, a sort of rudimentary Pong, they did so with impressive skill. Researchers began putting pigs on computerized tasks in the late 1990s, and though the results got occasional press coverage over the years, no peer-reviewed research on the experiments has been published until today, with a paper in the journal Frontiers in Psychology. The scientists found that despite dexterous and visual constraints on the animals, pigs were able to both understand and achieve goals in simple computer games. Quote, what they were able to do is perform well above chance at hitting these targets, said Candace Croney, director of Purdue University's Center for Animal Welfare Science and lead author of the paper, in a phone call, and well enough above chance that it's very clear they had some conceptual understanding of what they were being asked to do. So here's the question I have for you folks.
Yep.
Okay.
What are the video games that we will start making now for pigs?
I have no clue. Chasing
Grand
bacon.
Theft Pork Chops?
Yeah, that's a good one. There you go.
Grand Theft Pork Chops. What else have we got?
Grand Ham Auto.
Grand Ham
Keep doing
Auto.
variations on this theme, yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Corkscrew Penis, the video game.
Yeah.
You know they got corkscrew penises.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, they do. Corkscrew penis
Truffles
video.
HD. It's like Geometry
Oh, there you
Wars,
go.
but it's
There you go.
Yeah.
That's something a pig likes rather than something that comes from a pig.
yeah, they'll be into that, you know.
Apparently, they like backgammon.
Ah,
That's a good one.
There you go. There you go.
I don't know.
wait till they start putting VR headsets on these pigs.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Pork Raider.
Pork
where
Raider,
they-
there you go, like Tomb Raider, but pork.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Another such puns. Not those
Yeah,
wasn't
I've
even
run
good
out.
puns.
I've
Yeah,
run
I've run
out.
out. Not a
No,
rich.
it's fine. It's
No, I'm
cute.
sorry. Email in your pork pig games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
pork
We
pig,
apologise.
I have got some proper news.
Go
This is
ahead.
probably the biggest news this week.
Hold on.
really.
That was proper news?
Why are they doing
Video
that?
game pigs is proper news.
Why are they? What are they getting
Why are
out
they
of
giving
that?
pigs video games?
Why
Yeah.
not?
to
Why
find
not,
out if
though?
pigs can play video games. What else should scientists
I'm
be
just
doing?
all I'm saying is
Exactly.
like there's a pandemic going on, all right, and these scientists have gone.
Not everybody can be working on the pandemic.
These
vaccine, though, can
scientists
they? They're
have-
pig researchers.
You know what we need to do is we need to focus on this pig research.
Look, there are still like people looking at the sky to figure out what galaxies do, which does us no benefit at all.
As Homer Simpson once said, I knew scientists waste their lives, but geesh.
Exactly. Okay, here. This is the biggest news this week.
Okay.
Go ahead, hit me.
Yeah, CD Projekt Red got hacked. Have you heard about this?
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, this isn't what you're gonna think, because this isn't your normal hack. Let's get all your users' details and passwords and addresses and all that shit.
No.
No. These hackers stole the Witcher 3 source code, the Cyberpunk 2077 source code, the engine source code, Good Gwent source code.
Because that's hot shit. That Gwent.
HR information.
Yeah.
And well, this is the interesting thing, right? To prove they had it, they leaked the source code for Gwent. They weren't giving a shit about Gwent. They were like, look, you can have this one on us, but we've got the rest of this shit if you want.
Yeah, and they're holding them to ransom, is that right? Is that?
No, well, that's what they initially did. They went, look, you pay us this cash, we'll not leak any more stuff. CD Projekt Red went, nah.
We do not negotiate with terrorists.
We're going to let people know who will be affected by the leaks of this stuff, and do your worst, do what you want. So they did. So they basically held an auction on the dark web.
The dark web?
Yeah, on the dark web. Starting bids from $1 million. Okay. And reportedly, whether this is true or not, who knows? It's speculation.
It's the dark web. No one knows.
No one knows. But the reported speculation is that it sold for around $7 million to somebody. Somebody bought all of this shit for $7 million.
And what are they going to do with it? Nobody knows.
And it was a chap called E. Musk for some reason. I don't know who.
E. Musk.
E. Musk.
Yeah, so they've got legal documents, HR, business, other sensitive files. So they basically got all this shit from... Do you know, right, as much as CD Projekt Red have had a lot of stick this year. I mean, they've had all of the HR stuff. They've had all of the crunch shit. They've had massive issues with the launch of Cyberpunk. You know, console version's fucking broken beyond repair.
Yeah.
I do kind of feel sorry for
them. They don't
you know,
deserve this. No, they
no.
don't
This is kind of like the cherry on top of the cake. It's like, you know, kick someone when they're down. I'm fucking gonna stick the boot right in the middle of your face. I mean, this is just like, I do feel kind of sorry for them.
This is like they made a bad game, and you know, whatever. But this is beyond like a joke. This is some serious shit. You know, this could end the company. You know.
It's not good.
No.
On top of everything else that's happened this year to them, do you know what's mad? I mean, prior to all this going down, they were quite a well-respected developer.
Yeah, you know, this might lead to people losing their jobs.
Yeah.
This might lead to The Witcher 4 being just a cancelled franchise from now on, or it might get sold and we'll never get a Witcher 4, or you know, this. It has repercussions, you know. People could lose their livelihood.
It does. But well,
you know, you make a bad game. I mean, EA know that. They've made plenty of bad games. Anthem. No one's hacking EA. Why? Because if this was EA, everybody would have gone, "Fucking do it. Let them have it." But CD Projekt Red, they were pretty good to their fan base for a long time.
People love The Witcher 3. That's still a game that people are just obsessed with.
I don't know. I just feel like if you really wanted to stick it to the man, like CD Projekt Red was not the company you should pick on.
Yeah, but you know what? Those hackers have got 7 million reasons why it was a good thing to do.
Yeah, I don't know.
You know, they got $7 million from it, so they're not giving a shit, are they? From what I can remember on the ransom though as well, they put something like, you think you've had a bad year, and now, up to now. Guess what? It's just about to get worse.
It's not nice.
Yeah. So who knows?
That's rough. That's rough.
It is rough. It is rough. You know, like I say, I mean, I know they've had a shit year and they've done some things probably that they shouldn't have done, but yeah, I think that's a step too far. Right, let's do. We've got one email and a speak pipe, so let's do those.
Okie dokie.
Email, yeah.
Whoa, that ruled.
Wow, that was really good timing.
That was that the Red Dead Rockstar thing?
Yeah, I just threw it in there for no reason.
There you go.
It worked out well.
Yeah.
Here we go. This is the title of this evening. This email, not this evening. The email we received this evening.
You all right, Stu? Have you crashed?
I think I've crashed. I was listening to Stu's favourite song, "Take on Me" by Aha.
Is that your favourite song, Stu?
That's a good song.
Not that I'm aware of. But
Okay.
I'll go with that.
All right.
When I was struck by an epiphany like grease lightning,
Okay.
I realised how strange, not your listeners, but you three actually are.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
And you've also got some wacky listeners. I won't even go there, lol. Take Chinny the puzzle gamer. Not only obsessed with the penis metaphor, but the penis as a whole. A stalker too, that Chinny, creeping in and out of ears like an earworm. A tiny mucusy worm that needs to go in for an allergy shot before spring hits.
What?
I'm wondering if you can guess who this email might be on.
It's
I think
Jason
it's Jason
Gallagher.
Gallagher.
I know that
How did we
attempt to
know?
the joke makes no sense. He even acknowledges it makes no sense. It makes no sense.
No sense.
Makes no sense.
The cake is a lie, but I'm not here to discuss the flaws of the British educational system. Again, no idea what that even means. Then there's Stu, always fingering his own hair at the veteran gamers meetups, always self-conscious when verbal Robbie's near. DJ Clueless. DJ Clueless when you realise Rob isn't the one. Duke is in love with you, not your hair. With every single episode, I don't know, Duke is just go with the flow.
Just go with it, man.
Okay.
Just go with the flow, man. With every single episode, the audience can practically hear their least favourite American singing "Wank on Me, Wank on Me, Wank Me on," and Duke.
I'll just stick with the veteran gamers.
I only say least because, though not on the show, PI has always been their number one. I don't know what else to say other than I'm glad you guys met. I just wish you'd talk about video games instead of reading out a horse wank like this email.
Hey, we have to read it out. We appreciate our audience.
Yeah, we do. Keep on keeping the puzzle game alive, and remember, I love you for who you are. Three penises that talk about games sometimes. I just needed a break. Glad I came back. Just wish you'd stop crushing on me. I've already had a Valentine, but I'm still glad the offer is on the table. Wank me on, Jason.
What a strange person.
Yes.
I never know what to say.
I don't know.
Anymore. I don't know what to say.
Well.
Wow. Wow.
Next
Seriously. Wow. Ralph Finch says, by the way, Call of Oinky.
Call of Oinky.
Call of
Pretty
Oinky.
good.
There you go.
I like that.
So that's it for emails this week. Thank you for Jason for sending
And
us that.
Trite76 says, no pressure, Chenny, but when Snooker and Snooker 19 content coming to your channel,
there you go.
your
Yeah.
fans want things.
Yeah, I haven't played snooker for a while.
No, you have not.
I really miss
Do you know why that is,
real,
Chinny?
real
Do you know why that
life
is?
snooker.
Now, if they had
it's
Snooker
not.
in Red Dead, that would be
It's not
perfect.
Red Dead Redemption. That's
Yeah.
Yeah,
why.
they need to put a Snooker
not
table
Red Dead
in Red
Online.
I do miss snooker, like real snooker. So
Real snooker.
I do wish that I have real snooker in my life, but fortunately I don't. So
One day. Look, Chinny, there's 50 million people had the vaccine. We're getting close.
How many
It's
are we doing a
happening.
day now in the UK?
About 500,000.
Right. So,
about
but
500,000.
they reckon, yeah, we're like world leading in. Fucking,
We are world leading at something.
Yeah.
Finally.
yeah, like we dish out the vaccine like
We're
fucking
jabbing people
nobody.
like there's
Yeah.
no
Honestly,
tomorrow.
I went to Sainsbury's the other day and I just got jabbed by accident with the vaccine. I don't know why. No, I haven't had the vaccine yet, but like my mum and dad have had it. I think you've had it, Stu. Haven't you? You've had
I've had it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had it.
You know, we're smashing it here. The UK is
It
absolutely.
is
like,
good. It is good.
Fucking get rid of this shit.
20% of the population over now has had it.
Yeah.
And they reckon by
May?
the end of April.
Is
No,
it-
the end of April. Every over 50s will have had it. So
Yeah.
everyone over the age of 50 will have had it.
And I think that when you get
Soon
to
the
that,
over 35s will have it. Hey,
Hey,
get it.
well, I think when you get to that, and if everybody who's sort of, you know, who've got health issues, and everybody over 50 has had the vaccine, that's when things are going to start to get really relaxed. Because
We need everyone to have it, man. Like, just
yeah, I mean, but what I'm saying is,
Ah, man.
by the time that I get it, it might be about May or June or something like that.
that
You
is
know,
true. That is true. But
But
if
well.
you're offered it, fucking have the jab.
Yeah,
Shit.
it doesn't cause
All these people
autism.
go, "No,
It doesn't cause autism. It doesn't do anything like that. Just fucking take the jab. Stop it. I
fucking get it in your arm, man.
I spoke to this when I was when we was like working like in November time, December time. I was actually like filming stuff, and we had to work with this. She was youngish, young girl. She was talking about her dad like getting the vaccine and stuff, or it was her granddad maybe. And he was like, "We don't want him to take it. It's going to damage him." And he was like, absolutely adamant he was going to take it. And I called her ridiculous to her face. And I says, "No, that's crazy. You've got to let your granddad take it." Some people are still crazy enough to believe that it's bad for you. But,
I know that you're gonna get fucking, I don't know, probes inside you or something. I don't
Yeah.
know. People, where I work, everybody had it. So all the staff, all
Yeah.
the residents, there
You
was
got it.
no one who went, "I'm not having it." There were people before, prior to him coming with it, who were like, "I don't think I'm gonna have it."
Yeah, a lot of people changed their tune when they said, "Yeah, you might not be able to fly if you don't have it," and everybody, "Well, I've got to go." Fuck hell.
Yeah.
So it's I think you
And everybody at Stu's workplace, their penises had fallen off before they got the jab. Okay, that's not why their penises fell off.
no.
It's
So
true.
the side effects.
Can I just
has nothing to do
clarify
with
as
penises
well?
falling off.
Where I work, there's only me and one other male worker. Everybody else is a
So
girl.
their penises fell off.
their
That's 2 out of
penises
2, but that's
did
just
fall off.
coincidence.
penises fell off in the womb.
They all fell off.
Yeah.
I think we need to move on now.
Yeah, I think we do.
Hype! It's the way to leave a message.
it's crap.
All
Get a
right,
f-
this comes from Dark Side.
Get a fucking vaccine.
Yeah, get a vaccine. Get jabbed.
You can't smoke.
Hello,
You
veteran
don't
gamers.
stop.
Derek back again, and congratulations last week on getting the rank of Cool Cats
Yay.
on the
Thank you.
music quiz, the song lyric quiz.
Just barely. We just
Oh,
barely
just
made it.
Scraped it.
Just barely.
Scraped it.
Yeah.
I just warn you in advance, though, for the final part of the trilogy next week. I've upped the ante, I've pushed the envelope, I've raised the ball.
Oh,
so I know you normally bring your A game to the podcast.
No, we usually bring a K or a J game.
Just very lucky.
Yeah.
But you're going to need to have your A++ game to get through the quiz next week. So
Oh, boy.
just
Don't have one
remember
of
in advance. And part of the research, I suppose research is the right word, for the song lyric quizzes, I went down some weird musical rabbit holes online, mostly on YouTube. And one of the videos which I got interested in, and the whole subject, it was called 200 Rappers Who Died in 2020.
Oh my goodness.
200.
I just wondered, the question for this week is, because of lockdown, a lot of people obviously spending more time at home, probably more time online, YouTube and all the rest. Is there any rabbit holes you went down recently which you wouldn't normally get interested in? Stuff that isn't related to video games mainly, whether it's on YouTube or anywhere on the internet, Twitch, whatever. And I think I'll just leave it at that. So I guess I'll just say, keep on gaming.
Okay.
YouTube rabbit
Yeah, just
holes.
rub it in, why don't you?
Yeah.
Okay, now I tell you.
That doesn't look like Little Nightmares 2. That looks like Red Dead Online.
Yeah.
It is. It's
Yeah.
best game ever. This is
I don't
cheap,
go
but
down
it's
YouTube
25.
rabbit holes. I gotta be honest. I use YouTube for like Simpsons clips and like DJ mixes, and that's it. So I'll go from one DJ mix to another sometimes, but generally speaking, I'm just like in and out. YouTube does not have me by hold of the algorithm.
I have been down the YouTube rabbit hole a few times.
Mm-hmm.
I've been down the tornado rabbit hole quite a few times in 4K, because that's always fun.
Oh yeah.
Like watching tornadoes.
Yeah, I love it. I just love watching tornadoes. They're just the most interesting, incredible, powerful force of nature. You know
Why
what I mean?
them and not hurricanes?
Because the tornado's more direct. I mean, a hurricane's just wind, isn't it, in a big weather system? Whereas
That's kind
tornadoes,
of what a tornado is.
yeah, but it's more like concentrated.
I know what you mean. It's easier to
And
see it. You can't really see a
visual, isn't it?
hurricane. Right.
When
yeah,
you
yeah,
see
yeah, I
this
got you.
thing coming from the sky and then touching down on the
you.
ground,
Yeah, sure.
I must say it does sound awful though, because these are devastating. When they go through a built-up area or where there's populations, they rip things to shreds, don't they? So that is terrible, but they are fascinating to watch. It's just fascinating things. And you just click on another one. It's like click on tsunamis. That's interesting. Let's watch some tsunamis.
Mm-hmm.
So I've watched that a few times. There was one. It was just unbelievable when you see these because when I was a kid and someone said tidal wave, you have this vision of a towering wave that's like, I don't know, 50 feet high or 60 feet high, but that's not what they're like. They're just like a huge swell of water, aren't they?
Yeah.
They're not like these gigantic waves.
Yeah.
But there was an earthquake somewhere, and there was someone filming this like water swell coming in, and it covered the top of a whole like 25-foot building.
Yeah.
It just went over the top of this whole building, and I'm just like, that is just mental. When you say it. So anyway, I've been down those rabbit holes, and then the other thing I like watching a lot on YouTube is unexplained stuff. I'm just fascinated by things that are unexplained.
I don't like that stuff because I'm watching it. There's that Unsolved Murders or Unsolved Mysteries on Netflix. I'm watching it. I'm like, I really want to just know. So at the end, I'm just like, this is so annoying, and I know it's somebody's life, right? And it's terrible and all that stuff. But I'm like, this is shit. I call the detectives work harder here. But no, I always get frustrated with those things. I watched one recently about the Cecil Hotel.
Yeah, we watched it. We found out. At least you find out what happened.
Well, kind of. You find out.
You do.
And it's very anticlimactic.
It is. I said that. But you know what's weird? When it shows her the video of her in the lift and stuff.
Yeah.
Before I even knew what had happened, right? I'm like, oh, that's what my mum used to do, all that sort of stuff.
And your mum was...
Yeah, she had multiple personality disorder and schizophrenia, right? And I'm like, this is like my mum. That's what she used to do. So before I even found out what had happened, I'm like, that's what my mum used to do.
Well, I suppose it's easy when you know, isn't it? I looked at that like everybody else and gone... My thing was I kind of sensed that she was on her own. She was kind of messing around, which I suppose is kind of true. But Tara was like, she looks like she's on drugs, and I was like, I don't know. She doesn't seem like the type of person to take drugs, and she wasn't. And whatever. But YouTube rabbit holes. I've just looked in my history. I
think you've done a lot of these.
Yeah, I go into mad YouTube. So I'm fascinated by bad videos. I like bad.
What about animation?
Yeah, that stuff. And there is a rapper that is local to me. Right.
Oh, okay.
When I say local, I mean like if I speak too loud, this guy might hear me. Right.
He's actually next door.
He's actually. Yeah. So he's I kind of came across him through. I met his. He doesn't know who I am, by the way. He has no idea who I am.
He's just like a stalker.
But I met his wife because she worked at a place, and then I found out through talking to her. I had to work with her on a project and stuff. I found out that I was like, oh, my husband's a rapper, and I was like, is he now? Is he now? So then I got fascinated, and I eventually sort of dragged the name out of her, and then I found out she's in some of the videos as well. Which is
the trouble is, though, as soon as somebody says that, they want to tell you.
Of course.
That's the only reason they mention it. They wouldn't mention it.
All right, come on, let's have it. I want to hear this.
Yeah, no, I can't possibly tell you.
No, I can't tell you. Can I?
Yeah, my husband's a rapper.
Come on, how am I supposed to play it?
Oh no, I shouldn't have said anything.
But the thing is, all right, I'll send you the link. But
or do you not want to hear? You want to take a chance on talking shit about him on the internet?
They don't fucking listen to this shit.
You never know.
No, they definitely don't. So,
okay. I do a podcast.
No, I never. But so his name, the rapper's name is Late, which I think is quite a. There he is.
Okay. I kind of like this beat. Produced by Late from the EP by Late. All right, we're looking at some buildings going by. Here comes the rapping.
I gotta mute it for the live stream. I have to mute it. So
Lovely.
that's it. But the thing is, right now, I'm not going to put the video on the stream or anything. That is filmed pretty much exactly where I live. Like everywhere he films, I know exactly where he's standing. Right.
That's funny.
So I watch it just to go, I wonder where he's filming today, and just to get that. And sometimes I've drove past him, right, and I've seen him out and about, and I'm like, they're out filming. I know they are, and then
the YouTube video is filled with shout out. This is pure fire, wicked track, another quality song. I mean, I love his grind. I appreciate and respect him for putting the work in. I'm just not into the music myself.
No.
I'm jealous.
Hey,
people loving his shit.
I like the fact that he's putting something into the world that isn't there, and he's enjoying himself. Go mad!
Yeah, sure, absolutely.
I'm happy for him.
Yeah.
But I enjoy it watching it. The other rabbit hole. I watch a lot of snooker videos, obviously. So I've been watching. Somebody's posted every century break that Ronnie O'Sullivan's made, so I watched those.
That's a lot.
He's made 1,078.
I was going to say that is a lot of
centuries.
centuries.
He's made a lot of centuries. But although Trump is not Donald Trump, Judd Trump is
he definitely does play snooker.
Yeah, he's catching him up.
Donald Trump.
He's catching him up. So he's Trump is getting there, and John Higgins is almost there as well.
Judd Trump.
Weird name, Judd. So I went down that rabbit hole. What other rabbit hole? There's another one that I went down. I watched a lot of videos about the story of Red Dead. Oh, sleepwalking as well. Sleepwalking. So I got fascinated by people sleepwalking because Tara doesn't sleepwalk, but she does. She definitely sort of says things in her sleep and does stuff in her sleep. And like I was like,
Is it this Ginny? Get off me! I'm asleep.
Yeah. No, just saying other men's names, No, and so I saw a TikTok as well where somebody was sleepwalking and it was fascinating. I was like, oh my god, I bet there's loads of those on YouTube, and there was. And I watched a ton of those.
But didn't part of you say like, are they actually sleepwalking?
Yeah,
make that up.
You could, I suppose. Some of them you do think, oh, is this a con? But some of them are like very, very strange. Like,
you reckon they are? Actually.
Yeah, you can't make.
I had a friend who used to sleepwalk when he was a teenager, and that's for real. He used to come downstairs, and his mum used to just turn him round and send him back up the stairs, still asleep, and he just used to get back in bed.
Yeah.
And
as long as he's not getting hurt.
No, well, and one night he woke up. He'd obviously been asleep. Woke up and he was sat on the windowsill with the window open.
Yeah.
No idea how he got there.
No.
It's just like, that is so bad. And I used to have another friend who used to black out when he drank too much. And he just used to wake up in random locations. He'd like go to a party or something, black out, and then he'd just wake up in the middle of a field with no recollection of getting there.
Yep.
Which, yeah, it's probably not a good thing.
It's scary stuff,
It is. It is.
But funny to watch. So I went down that. I don't know. Just I do go down a few of them. What else? QI. I watch a lot of QI clips.
Right.
QI is a panel show.
Panel quiz
but
show.
it's a panel show hosted by Stephen Fry, and it's usually about so like, for example, he talks about there's obvious answers to things. So there's like what was it? I don't know, like questions like who wrote the first English dictionary, and there's an obvious answer to it, but it's usually not the right answer. And but by saying the obvious answer, they usually get it wrong. And sometimes the question sounds so obvious that it's so like. But I thought that was the answer to. It's such a common thing to know, and everybody's like, no, that's not exactly what happened there.
Well, that's cool because you're actually learning things there.
Yeah. I suppose the ones I'm reading here is name an event in the first Olympics. Which board game ends in fire? So there's all weird ones. So I went down a whole QI.
Which board game ends in fire?
Yeah, I can't remember what it was now, but yeah, it's.
Now I have to know.
Yeah, it is funny, the YouTube rabbit hole. There's a girl at work who just watches all the ghosts caught on camera videos.
Yeah, I've definitely watched
Now,
a few of
that's
those.
a lot of bollocks. Come on.
Of course it is.
And
Yeah.
then she said she moved on. Then there was like the devil caught on camera.
Yeah. I've
And she's
Oh
like,
yeah, sure.
she said some of those are. She said, "Oh no, they're probably not real, but some of them are really creepy."
No, I've watched them. Like
I'm sure they're creepy.
I don't believe in any of it, obviously, but I've watched them and just to see what they do, and and yeah, it's fun.
There was a guy who did a video series named something like Captain Stupendous or something, and he was breaking down all these videos. Like there was somebody who did a ghost in the house, and he would break down like here's how they did it, and he like drew on the screen, and he was like, I love stuff like that where people explain what's actually going on. And it's helped me to get better because there was one recently of this little girl, I think she was in China, and she did a little somersault, and then she's doing this thing where she's, making these eggs appear and disappear under these cups. And I was watching it, and I was like, wait a minute, I think I can figure out how she did it. And then I clocked it, and I was like, yes, I'm getting better at understanding these things.
Yeah, I was a Penn and Teller, similar thing. But the Penn and Teller show where you got to like fool Penn and Teller.
Yeah, Penn and Teller fool us.
Yeah,
right.
I see. I've got pretty good at. Basically, when you see a magician do something odd, like they turn a card in a certain way, or anything weird that they do with the hands, it's not very obvious, but sometimes they're just like, why did they move the card that way? Why did they open the card? Sure. Like there's that's the trick. That's the trick.
Yeah,
like they're trying to make you not look at that. And so when
all about misdirection, man. It's not what they're doing; it's what they're doing that you're not looking at.
Yeah.
That's
so
right.
it's good. So I've watched a lot of Penn and Teller. I love Penn and Teller. I think that's so funny.
There was one time, right, and this more or less solidified what magicians are like. And there was a guy who did the ball and cups.
Oh yeah.
Like ball and cups. Yeah. And I'm watching it on the TV, and he's got a live audience stood all the way around him, right?
Yeah.
And he did this twizzle with his magic wand, and when he pointed back down at the cup, the ball that was on top of it had just disappeared.
Yeah.
Right, and I'm like, that's so cool. How did he do that? So I rewound it, and literally while he was twizzling the wand that everybody was, he literally just picked it up. He just picked it up with his other hand.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, and nobody, like none of the audience, I didn't see it, and none of this live audience stood around him, saw him do it.
So that's why YouTube videos kill street magic, because you watch it and you figure it out. And
because you can rewind it, can't you, and have another look.
Yeah.
And I just rewound it, and I'm like, I know what he did. Look at that, that's unbelievable. But not a single person saw him do it.
Even when you find out how they do it, like the executing of it is so impressive that it's.
Oh yeah, it's all about
sure.
it's all about being slick. It literally is about the slickness of how you do stuff.
That's why you got to practice a whole lot.
Yeah. I mean, I used to
Fuck this trading company, man. Oh my god, I'm so sick of having to drag corpses to this dude's table.
I used to do a bit of amateur magic back in the day. Yeah. So I have done quite a bit of magic stuff, like card tricks and things like that.
Oh yeah.
So I'm only ever impressed if I don't know how they did it. so I'm
Stu
like,
knows your tricks, people. He's not.
I know most of them, but sometimes like there was a woman on
Illusions, Michael. A prostitute does tricks.
Yeah, there was a woman on Britain's Got Talent, and she did this thing where she was like predicting what they were going to say on like drawing it on paper and then folding it up. Right. But she was obviously, but the way she did it was, the first one she didn't write anything on.
Mm-hmm.
But on the next one, she wrote what the last person had said, or not what the person was saying then.
Yeah.
So she's not holding it up at the time?
No, what she was doing, she had the back of the board was to the audience, so she was writing on this like on the other side where they couldn't see.
Ridiculous.
But obviously the first one she wrote and screwed it up and chucked it on the stage. But obviously there was nothing written on that one, and it was only the next one where she wrote something down. You see, because then she knew what she was writing because she was writing what the last person.
How did she even get on TV with that crap? That's the most basic.
Most people would not know that she'd done that.
Most people would know that she. Whatever.
When I was in Stratford upon Avon, I think it was 2019. I think there's a guy doing. He was only a young chap, and he was doing tricks and stuff. And he used my £20 note, and he got this £20 note. He did a few tricks in between, and then picked a random kid out of the audience and said, "Oh, what's your name?" And I remember his name. No, his name was Finley. All right, and he told the kid to write his name on the £20 note, Or what? I don't know. No, basically, no. Sorry, he didn't. He just. I don't know.
This is the worst magic trick.
I don't
ever.
know. Basically, his name ended up on the £20 note, and that was like
Okay.
amazing. Like that. That's what it was. It was in his hand. It was in Finley's hand, and he said, "What's your name?" And he's like, "Right, Finley." And he's like, "Right, okay, give me back that." And his name was on it or something. And he basically wrote it. And I know how you do the trick. You have a bit of chalk on your nail or something, like a bit of charcoal on your nail, and you write it when people are kind of look. You write it on the back of it when people are looking at something else, sort of thing. And he was really conscious of like people being behind him and stuff. So it does kill it a bit when he's everybody behind me. You need to get in front of me to see the trick. But what he was doing was actually writing it on the back.
It's all about manipulation.
Yeah.
Isn't
So most magic tricks I
that's
tend to
another
see.
episode of Veteran Gamers Spoil Magic. Screw you, magicians.
Yeah.
But
all right, so are we ready for shout-outs?
No, more magic.
Yeah, more magic. I was going to say
time for a shout-out. Hey!
there was a dude on, I think it was America's Got Talent.
I don't know why we move on, Duke.
Yeah, I was only just going to say, and it was I can't remember his name now. I wish I could remember his name. And it was a card magician, and he did some of the best magic I've ever seen. It was just amazing how he manipulated those cards. But yeah,
Why do you keep whipping the horses, Chinny? They're going as fast as they can.
Fuck the horses.
Keep rocking the reins.
No,
let's do
So
the shout
mean.
out anyway.
they don't have any stamina when you do a coach thing.
Yeah.
Well,
Anyway,
yeah, that's not the point.
Duke,
Yeah,
shout out.
I'll shout out Tainted Brain because I always like his tweets, and Turtle 502, but I don't know if he listens. And I will shout out the Duchess because she rocks, and I will shout out Judas and the Black Messiah is a new movie with Daniel Kaluuya and Lakeith Stanfield, and it's based on the life of Fred Hampton, and it's awesome. Everybody needs to watch that.
Who's Fred Hampton?
And we also watched Fred Hampton was one of the leaders of the Black Panther Party in Chicago, and he was assassinated by the FBI as part of their counterintelligence COINTELPRO program.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. So
Cool.
it's
I like
a
that
beautiful
chap.
movie based on real events. They're great actors, really good performances.
Sounds a bit heavy.
It is very heavy,
It
but
is
it's really
very
important.
heavy.
It's very, it's excellent. Also, we watched the Britney Spears documentary, which was also very good. New York Times. It's on Hulu. So
What's she
check that
doing?
out
Is
as
she
well.
okay
Free
these
Britney.
days? Is Britney okay?
Well, no, that's the thing. Is that here's the, wow.
Wow.
So she had a really hard period of time where she was not doing well.
No, she shaved her head
So
and
they-
everything.
Right. So she, the strain of being followed by a cameraman every minute of every day was destroying her.
You're
and
famous, very young.
stalking her and
All
sorts of
these
stuff.
big wigs are
Yeah,
trying to make
exactly.
money out of
Right.
it. Yeah.
Right. So that's the thing. So there was this dude trying to leech off of her that nobody else really knew, and so it was sketchy. So her dad set up this thing called a conservatorship, which and this is usually done for elderly folks who don't have all their faculties or whatever, but there's a lot of abuse even in that area.
Like
The point is,
in the UK.
it's but it's even more so because you have conservatorship of the person. You determine where they go and who their you get to see their
Jesus
medical files,
Christ.
and then there's conservatorship of the money of the estate.
Damn.
And her dad has control of both, and so
he does.
At first it seemed like he was helping her out, everything was cool, but now she said she's not comfortable being alone with him. She wants it changed to this bank. So it's this really weird setup, and there's this movement, the Free Britney movement. There's a hashtag and everything. A lot of people are involved in this. And so it follows that and the growth of that movement and, her life basically as a whole. And it's just very interesting. It's funny because I was like, we were talking about what we were going to watch last night, and I was like, I'm kind of interested in seeing this Britney Spears documentary, but you're probably not into that. Dutch's like, yes, I do want to see that. Don't assume I don't want to watch stuff. Screw you. So we watched it, and it's very good.
Yeah. We're watching all the
And shout out to
sign.
Derek Sainz for the quiz.
We're watching all the Seinfelds. That's what we're watching.
Okay.
I'm a big Jerry Seinfeld fan. However,
yeah, he's awesome.
I never watched his show, which is very odd.
Okay.
Well, I have watched episodes of it, but I discovered Seinfeld when I was in my teens, and I saw a stand-up of his, and I thought it was like one of the best stand-ups I've ever seen. And
Very good stand-up.
and I was like, "Who's this guy?" And then I found out who he was, but I never watched Seinfeld all the way through. I've watched little bits, and I know it's like brilliant, and I know it's.
So now you're watching it.
Yeah, and it holds up really well.
It does. There are some episodes that are sketchy. There's a lot of accents. There's a lot of thank you, come back.
Well, the one that I watched today was about Native Americans, but they acknowledge the fact that it's inappropriate because Jerry buys.
Yeah.
It's there's a lot of like You can't do that. But it's.
Right.
I get worried when I watch a show from the 80s or 90s because it doesn't age very well. But and there
You can't
are
watch the Cosby Show now. Yeah.
there are some things in Jerry Seinfeld which is like, yeah, you probably couldn't do that now, but it's not too bad. And the good thing about it is they always have the counterbalance to it, and I think that's what comedy got very good at, especially with like Ricky Gervais and Larry David and Always Sunny. Is they always have the guy there that acknowledges that's wrong, which is what's supposed to happen, you know.
I just there comes a. I mean, that's fine, and I'm not trying to take away anything from Seinfeld or anything because it is a funny show. There's no doubt about it, and it's very well done. You know, the what they set out to do, a show about nothing. They were very successful, and it's very funny, and it's very well made.
Yeah.
I do think that at a certain point, like we're watching Veep right now, which is a very funny show. Julia Louis-Dreyfus, speaking of Seinfeld, is excellent in it. But it's mostly about like really terrible people. And it's like you reach a point where it's like, okay, yes, what new way are we going to have to outrage the audience and shock us into laughing despite ourselves? And it's just like, that's kind of a lazy form of writing at a certain point. So I don't know. I'm ready for other things. I'm ready to be done with Veep. We're close to the end.
Yeah, I think she's one of the best things about Seinfeld is Julie.
Oh yeah, she's great.
She's great. I love her.
Speaking of things that don't age well, Michael Richards. Whoops.
Yeah.
Sorry for being racist.
Yeah. So Michael Richards, which is a shame because he's so good in it.
I mean, Stanley Spadowski, man, UHF. Come on.
He's brilliant in the show, and I know that about him, and I know he's apologised, and he you know, he's done things to try and amend that, but it never quite goes away, does it? That sour taste of what he did, but yeah, but you know. I suppose I just can't believe I've gone this far without watching it, and it's so good. So
yeah,
sure. Well, shout out to Seinfeld.
All right, so any of y'all got shout outs?
Shout out to Jerry Seinfeld.
TV shows from the 90s.
Yeah.
I've got a shout out to Duke because he bought me a game. He gifted me a game.
That's right.
Which is the which I don't think I've played. I don't think I played this game.
Well, no, it just came out.
Oh, was it? I didn't realise it.
What was the game? I didn't hear it. What was the game?
Oh my God!
Room 4.
Do you know? I was like, I don't think I played this one. I didn't know there was a Room 4. There you go.
I actually went to buy it for myself, and then I stopped and I said, I'm not going to play this anytime soon. Oh, I'll get it for Stu.
Oh, that's even more kind.
Sweet?
I just assumed you bought me a game in the Steam sale. I didn't realise it had only just come out. Oh my
It
God!
just came out. Yeah,
wow,
right.
I'm even more impressed. So that's even a bigger
See,
shout-out.
for listeners that
no
think
spoilers.
that Duke and Stu hate each other, which they are out there,
That's
it's
so
not
kind of
true.
But
They
I also
do.
give them gifts
Yeah.
to make it look like I don't.
I am off tomorrow, so I will definitely be playing it.
Well,
So
there
that's
you
really
go.
good. And the other non-shout out, right? I've heard loads of great things about this film called Uncut Gems.
Oh my God, I love that film so much.
So I was like, I'm gonna watch it, right? Fuck me.
It's great.
I couldn't. It's not. It's terrible.
Fucking brilliant film.
Oh snap! Fight!
Brilliant. My brother did the same thing where I was bigging this film up, and my brother hated it. And my only conclusion that I can come to is that people who have bad taste don't like the film.
No, it's just the audio. The audio, man. They're just 70% of the film is just him shouting.
Well, that's his thing.
It's intense. You can't handle the intensity.
Oh my God!
What do you think people in Brooklyn are like, Stu?
It was hurting my ears.
Well,
I was just like, oh my God!
I agree that Adam Sandler's character in that movie is
they all
annoying.
shout. Everybody shouts.
But he's an annoying character. He does a lot of things in that movie what I don't like.
There is not a single likable character in the film.
No, but it's a great film, and I love it so much.
Oh my God! And then I found out, right, because I'm like, why is there so much shouting in this film? I googled it, right, and on Reddit somebody had put, they gave the extras dialogue to read, so that's why there's so
they
much
have to be
noise.
heard over it.
Yeah, there's background noise constantly because all the extras are talking.
Yeah, because it's loud. It's a loud place.
Yeah. It's honestly, you can't. I had to like do that, you know, where you increase the sound of the voices on the speaker, because I couldn't hear what they were saying. Like, I can't hear what they're saying.
No, I loved it.
Terrible film.
No,
we turned it off after about an hour. Well, I can't watch any more of this.
I love that film. So, have you watched it, Duke? I think you'll like it.
No, Yeah, I like Adam Sandler in times.
You're bound to
I'm
like it,
I'm
dude.
curious. Like, I kind of like a good action movie, but it has to be a kind of a cut above, you know? I realized
There's
I should watch
another-
the John Wick movies because I like the Bourne movies, and
There was-
I
can
feel
I just
like
say,
Wick is kind of on that level.
There isn't a lot of action in
No,
the
it's not.
first
It's
hour.
not. It's not an action movie at all.
No, it isn't.
Okay.
No,
fair
it
enough.
isn't. There is not a lot of action.
That's fine. I'm curious. I'll see it
Yeah.
at some point. Maybe we'll watch it next weekend. I don't know.
Stuff happens. There's stuff happening, but it's not very
Put that quote on the poster. Stuff happens.
Stuff
Stuart.
happens.
Stuff happens. Well,
All right. Anything else anybody wants to shout out or say before we wrap this up?
No, I think we're done.
If you like this podcast, there is another site you should check out, which is called VGHub.net. And on there, you find a bunch of links to other video game podcasts, similar in vein to ours, but different in the way they're delivered. Some have all kinds of sound effects.
Are for old people.
Some talk about
Too many, some
RPGs.
people say.
Come on now.
Some might say that.
No one says that.
Then, of course, you have links to, great forums.
You don't have any other friends.
So check it out, VGHub.net. It is a great starting point for your podcast discovery.
And now it's got hot new games like The Legend of Soltar.
You've told us this story many times. And you'll hear it again!
Oh my goodness. Oh, so there you go. Another week, another show, another done. Done. Bye.
And that's where we're gonna stop it.
Yeah,
Lovely sound effects. I love it, guys. Thank you.
There you go. You see, you don't need no proper sound effects. You've got us.
Well, it's a good compliment. Yours and mine.
I smell like beef.
Guess what? Hey, guess what sort of mix I'm doing this week?
What are you doing?
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna
Japanese
do
noise music.
No, I'm
Classical
gonna
music,
do
opera, country
no.
and western.
No, I'm gonna do rock
House.
songs that have been given a house makeover.
How did I know it was house music?
Yeah, but the rock songs, man.
Oh, rock sounds. Do you have the True Education from Eric Prides?
Yes, Eric Prids. Yeah,
That's a
yeah.
good one.
I've got that.
Yeah.
I've
I
got
saw a
that.
guy on TikTok doing a DJ set. It looked like he had the same role and thing as you. I don't know. Who cares? But he had a camera on him and the decks, and he had a microphone shouting people out. And I was like, that's what Stu needs to do.
Yeah,
that.
well then you can't. I don't want to record myself shouting people out, which I don't have to do by the way now because I've got a separate
Exactly.
audio out.
Exactly.
for me.
Well, there you go.
So you
So
just
I can't
You've
actually
made an
use
excuse
Yes.
for something that's not a problem.
Yeah, because it doesn't come through my decks anymore.
yes, that's what you need to do. And
I've got a
he was
separate channel.
he had loads of viewers and they were shouting him out like, yeah, shout out to the Chitty in the chat. Woo, woo, woo. I was like, yes,
yeah.
this guy.
So I might do this.
And I messaged him saying, you're better than Stu.
Get him. So yeah, I've been doing a lot of messing around today, trying to figure out the best order, the best playing order for all these tracks.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I've got a lot of shit. I've got Paint It Black. I've got a remix of that. Yeah, Living on a Prayer. Obviously, you got to have a little bit of Living on a Prayer.
Blech.
Do you have to, though?
Yeah. Golden Brown by the Stranglers.
That's a good song.
I
only know it because of Snatch.
Pompeii by Bastille.
Mhm.
Should I Stay or Should I Go? Cool.
Brr.
What else have we got? We've got some Cocaine by Eric Clapton. Cocaine.
never
Other
been a
Side,
Clapton
Red Hot Chili Peppers, Seven Nation Army, of course, gotta have that. Don't Fear the Reaper, Smoke on the Water.
Now there's a Guitar Hero song.
Hotel California by the Eagles, Jump, Van Halen. I've got loads of shit.
And I'll never forget when Jump came out, the video for that. My brother and I, for some reason, we lost our minds. MTV did this big build. That was the first real big video release I remember being aware of, and we were just so excited for some reason. I wasn't really into Van Halen at the time. But we were just like, like here it comes, here
Here
it
you
comes.
go. This is, I'll
And I
give
was
you a
like,
preview.
okay,
Here we
who
go. Here we go.
cares?
Here we go.
No, I'm not saying I want to share it
Here
now
we go.
because it's not that
Listen,
great a
listen,
song.
listen.
But
Well,
did you
let
see
me
the
guess,
video,
it doesn't sound
dude?
like
Did
the
you see the
song,
video?
but there's gonna be a house beat behind it. It's not that hard to take a rock song and put a house beat behind it.
Nope.
No, this is just normal. It's normal. Well, it's normal. Oh, here we go. I've got this version. I've got 2 versions, isn't it? I've got this one as well.
Jesus Christ.
This one's a bit better. This is a bit more electro.
Yeah, it just sounds like they ruined the song. Yeah, like every fucking
Yeah,
mix.
it's better. It's better version. Anyway, I've got Ride Like the Wind. Got that as well. I've got a lot of shit.
Yeah, keep going.
Summer of '69. Shoot the Runner. Kasabian. Got that.
I like Summer 69. That's a good song.
Shoot the Runner. Shoot.
What episode? 590? 580?
580.
Okay.
Oh, the number of the show and what you're talking about then. So I've got a lot of stuff, man. You know, I've got Queens of the Stone Age. I put some other stuff in there.
Which Queens of the Stone Age have you got?
I have got No One Knows.
Yeah, that's the only one that anybody cares about. Good.
No one knows. See, no one knows. No one knows. There you go. A little bit of that. Oh, there's something wrong with that.
Very slow.
Peak of this mix.
Why is that going so slow? Hold up. Something wrong with that.
All right. Well, this is fun, but I got stuff to do. So have a good night,
No,
everybody.
you have
Thanks
something
for-
better to do than this.
There we
Yeah, I
go.
know, right?
There you go. That
I
sounds
look
better.
forward to hearing your mix, Stu, but I'm not trying to hear you mix it live. So have a good night.
Anyway.
Anyway.
So yeah, I've got a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff. So,
I
yeah,
can
it should be good.
see.
You can see. You see. So yeah, I'm going to do that tomorrow, I think. But I've been messing around a lot, trying to figure out the best way to mix these things together.
I got summer to find. I'm in trouble now.
But it takes that's a bit of a rabbit hole for me at the moment. Mixing, man. I watch a lot of videos on YouTube of people mixing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, just see what they do. You know what I mean? I listen to people as well. Yeah, I tried this week's mix actually. It's pretty good. Have you listened to it yet? It's only 30 minutes.
No.
It's quick and dirty, man. I did a lot of like quick mixes, so I didn't play any song for more than probably about 2 or 3 minutes.
Is it still on the Mixcloud thing?
Yeah, it's only this week's one. It's a quick one. It's checking out. It's pretty good as well. You'll know most of the tracks. And
Will I?
Yeah, definitely.
Will I though?
You will do. You totally will. But it's only 30 minutes, man, and there's probably about 15 tracks on it.
Is there though?
Yeah, there is. There's a lot of tracks in a very short space of time. So yeah, I did some quick mixing, man, dropping them in one after the other. So I was trying something a bit. I was experimenting, trying something different.
Cool.
Oh, yeah.
Why not?
Yeah, no, well, you've got to keep on trying different stuff, man. It didn't all work. Some of it worked better than others.
Well, you know, try and learn.
Yeah, that's what you got to do. That's what you got to do. Righty ho, I would just get better all the time. That's how you improve, isn't it? You just got to keep doing stuff.
Yeah.
Keep practicing, man. Practice makes perfect, like you with your guitar. That's
Well,
what
yeah.
it's all about.
Far from
Gotta keep on the
perfect, but you know.
Got to practice. Got to practice.
Mhm.
Right, I will leave you to it. Have a nice evening. I will
Yes.
speak to you. Well, I'll send you a text when I'm off. We'll figure it out from
Yep.
there.
Yep.
For the old poker.
Yep.
All right, mate. Speak to you soon.
See you in a bit.
Bye. Bye.
Bye bye bye. That's it. On my own. Gotta kill this guy. Pow. Who's still left in the chat? We'll find out after the break. Ugh. Raw Finch, you alright, Rich? How you doing? Long time no speak. Can't believe you live so close to me. And we still haven't met. It's madness. Madness. Do you still live in that there Tetnal? Posh. Posh, Tetnal. I know. When all this is done, we have to do something. I don't know what. I don't drink, but we'll do something. Whether it's, I don't know. We'll do something. You name it. I don't know what it is. I don't know what you're into. But you pick something. We'll do it. But yeah, I'm alright. You know. Can't complain. Everything's good. Just moved, but still in Technol. Still posh. Right, I think she's still in here. Who else is still in here? Who knows? Why did you move? Bigger house? Smaller house? Same size house? Defo not posh. I know people that say they're from Technol. They're not really from Technol, but they say they're from Technol. And they're more from Aldersley and stuff. And they go, yeah, I was from Technol. And they go, well, you're not Technol, because Aldersley not Technol. Landlord was a knob. What are you playing at the moment then, Rich? From Billbrook. Trite. Is this live Red Dead 2 actually? This is this is me, this is real. This is me doing this thing. Look. I'll wave to you. No, I can't. I don't know how to do that. I'll get my gun out and flip it. Watch this. This is very fancy. Oh no, that's a real person there. Ooh. I don't know how you do it. Ugh. What am I doing? Ugh. There we go. That's it. Reverse spin. Spin up. COD and PC building sim. Really? Jesus. Damn. A rival has started a mission. Gain control of the target or attacked. Oh, I've never really oh, he's all the way over there. Jesus. No, I'm not doing that. Screw that for a bag of bananas. Let's do another bounty here. Okay, I've been acknowledged. You gunslinger. Yes. Hi, Trite. Let's get these two fellas. Ollie Anders and Cecil Taylor. Last remaining members of the notorious Golden Jaw bank robbers, Anders and Taylor, are advanced in years but highly dangerous. Well, it's tricky to get two bounties with one person, but we'll do it. Because I'm a goddamn bounty hunter. This is what I do. I'm a goddamn bounty hunter. I know what to do. I'm a bounty hunter. Now. Yeah, just moved opposite the rock. What was? The rock what was? I don't know where the rock was. Where's the rock what was? PC building, yeah, I've gone off Call of Duty Warzone a little bit. I played it once this week, but not because I don't like it, it's just because well, just because I haven't really been playing with the people that I usually play with, and I've been playing a lot of Red Dead. Red Dead has taken over. Where is this place? Is it far? Ugh. I think I've done this before. It's called the Two Great. I don't know these places that you're talking about. I don't know the nicknames. Rebirth, yeah. I played it once. But yeah, I haven't really I think I won on it as well. I know a lot of people like it. But I've not really got into it too much. It's not something that... I don't know. That's the one where you die and you come back as long as your team's alive, I think. Like I said, I have won it once. Some stimulant. Wait for the new Halo. Oh, you're gonna be waiting a while. We'll have to have a bash on it, yeah. How long did the move take? And is your podcast cave the same or better? I didn't move. Try it. Rich moved. He's on Twitch. Chat. You're on YouTube chat. No, the podcast cave is the same. I haven't really done anything to it. I've added a light, but not much. Since the 24-hour stream on November, I haven't streamed for a while. I don't know why. I don't know if I've gone off it or whatever. I do intend to, like, oh, I should do a snooker stream now and again, but I just kind of don't. Who knows why? Is this one of these puzzle ones? Ugh. Oh yeah. Here we go. Not a big fan of these ones. So you gotta look at the clue and then follow the trail. Usually when you do these, they're on their own, so it should be just two of them. But this trail might lead to a dead end. No. Yeah, they're a bit boring, these ones. It's better when you just gotta fight a ton of people. I'm gonna stream PC Builder Simulator because I'm the bomb. Wow. Oh, there's 2 tracks. Alright, let's go on this one. Easy. Here. Sometimes if you don't do it quick enough, you miss out. Bloody hell, it's a long one. Where is he? 2 tracks again. Doesn't look like white. Where is he? Where is he? Here we go. Alright, let's grab one. drag him away from the other guy. Hopefully he doesn't kill me. Quick. There we go. Got him. Now I have to do the tricky part. Of getting them both back. But I've only got one horse. So how do you do it? A couple of ways. Go and pick him up. I could get another horse, put him on the horse, lasso the horse, or I could do the basic method of it's only down there. Right, okay, I'll be back for this guy. Just going to the place and coming back for the other guy. Usually, if you don't have the reinforced lasso, they would break out. But the prison wagon is over here, so we're okay. And then we're gonna go back, get the other chap. Oh, I didn't forget about you. Don't you worry. There we go. Usually it's not this close. Sweet. Right ho, well, thanks everybody for watching.